All right, you want to talk about Invincible?
Yes, I do.
3 big episodes came out all at once. Both you and me hit a collective... because every single time a new show comes out with 3 episodes, we're like, yeah, I have 3 hours of free time this week.
Yeah.
Just simply don't.
Honestly, it's double-edged gulp, too, because Invincible Season 2 was not that good.
Yeah.
I'll admit.
I fully texted Stank. He was like, reminder, guys, Season 3 of Invincible came out, and I was like...
Yeah.
Do we have to watch it?
Yeah, Season 2, I really didn't care for. On top of it having much weaker animation than Season 1, the story was just a lot less interesting and a lot slower, which is part the comic's fault as well.
Yeah.
But like...
I think it came at such an unfortunate time because everyone's so burnt out on multiverse bullshit.
Yeah,
and then it was
too.
like, oh, like, cool, Marvel has destroyed the multiverse idea, and now we're doing Angstrom leaving.
It is unfortunate, too, because Invincible has one of the more interesting multiverse plot lines, and it will develop more. Like, the concept of multiverse isn't gone with Angstrom Levy. So yeah, it was unfortunate that it's coming at a time where everything's like oversaturated with it.
Just like, I've been listening to Rick and Morty talk about this for 10 years. Now Marvel's doing it in Spider-Man.
Yeah.
I just can't.
But Season 3 of Invincible, I'd say all of my gripes of Season 2 fixed, gone.
Listen, I'm still not in love with the art style. I'm going to say that, but from an animation perspective, it lands. It looks like the fights are really good.
Yeah.
But that is such a minor issue, like comparatively to the fact that I think we're already 3 episodes into the season exploring what are some of the better story points that we've done thus far in Invincible, to the point where I was like, I don't know whose side I'm fully on because Mark's being a child, but Cecil's being a dictator. It's the first 3 episodes, I was excited to watch Invincible for the first time in a long time. Yeah,
I wrote, one of my notes was episode 2 is a masterpiece.
Yeah.
Not just in terms of it's not a masterpiece in I know we bring up Jujutsu Kaisen too much, but in terms of the Maharaga fight where I'm like, oh, I'm going to watch this yearly. I'm going to study this.
Obito, Kakashi, Naruto, Sasuke.
It's not a masterpiece in that, but it's I was like, this is a perfect episode. I have no notes. Yeah. I'm gripped. I love every conversation happening. And the animation is there hasn't been anything like the Omni-Man Mark fight from Season 1. There hasn't been anything mind-blowing, but there hasn't been anything that's taken me out of it.
No.
That's been my issue.
There was a lot of still frames in Season 2. There was a lot of still frames that were making jokes about it and shit.
Yeah, there was tons of CGI background elements to the point they went to a convention at one point and you saw the same Naruto fucker 1,000 times.
It was that one dude in the off-brand Akatsuki jacket. Yeah, that was very funny.
There's it has just the bare essentials of what I've come to expect from an animated project, and that's all I needed.
Yeah.
The fights happen, and I'm good, everything looks up and up.
Yeah.
So that was exciting, but on top of that, just plot-wise, Episode 1 was fine. It's a lot of Doc Seismic running amok.
Kind of for no real Invincible does that occasionally where it's hey, you remember this bad guy from 3 seasons ago? We're gonna give him 35 minutes. And you're like, okay, I guess.
Invincible, the comic, is very similar to One Piece, where they love having reoccurring characters. They love setting up a character in issue 6 that will have a big impact in issue 70.
Yeah.
And so in doing that, you kind of risk having to bore people a little bit with oh, he's going to go fight some dinky nothing guy.
Yeah.
And then 6 dozen issues down the line, Doc Seismic comes and does the biggest catastrophe event in the whole comic.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. So it is there are things like that where I'm okay, I'll just endure this and know that bigger things are coming. The point of episode 1 was to put the heroes in a situation where Cecil would have to
send the
Reanimen and then piss off Invincible.
Yeah.
So episode 1 was fine. I was still a little I was oh, the animation's more consistent and solid. I'm not super gripped. Episode 2 was just so fucking good.
So sick. So episode 1 ends with, I believe,
Mark is like in the white room with Cecil.
Yeah, and he's like, "You're scaring the shit out of me, now, Mark." And I really do think that is going to be, I think it's going to be Mark, Cecil, and Oliver are the most compelling points about this entire thing and the conversation that revolves around what they're talking about. It's kind of like, and it's so funny because you look back at it now, like Iron Man versus Captain America and what they were arguing about and how Iron Man was collectively objectively correct.
Yeah.
But like because it was a Captain America movie and like he like has to like envision like the freedom of the world, like him being correct. But Iron Man being
That's so interesting. I've never seen someone agree with Iron Man.
I am wildly pro Iron Man in pretty much any single decision he makes, boys.
Big government guy over here.
If there's fucking superheroes running around destroying New York, they need regulation.
Yeah.
It pissed me off so much.
That's so actually reasonable. You're so right. Yeah.
Iron Man is like, hey, we need regulation. We need a corporate system that like allows for accountability. Like those aliens,
Checks and balances.
New York almost got nuked.
Yeah.
I stopped it from being nuked. And then he's the fucking bad guy for regulate. Oh, it's so silly to me. So silly to me. But Captain America's like, I want to be able to I want to be able to use Mjolnir to punch a purple alien in the
Captain America's all like, I stand for America, and America has no laws. And it's like, what?
So stupid. It's so fucking stupid. Oh my God, it's so dumb. Anyways, this is a very similar situation where Cecil and Mark are in like this like moral quandary because Cecil like has been not necessarily, I don't even want to say reprogrammed, but like the previous director of the GDA was like sent him to prison after he ends up shooting the two.
Whatever.
Listen.
Yeah.
That Namaste girl.
That Namaste girl.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. What a trench coat reveal.
Oh my God. I was like, never mind. Either the hippie version of her or the scary version of her. Neutron punched me over and he hit my tripod.
You like when he tases her right in the boobs?
Yeah. Where else do you aim?
Yeah.
That's the most. There's water in there. That's how they grow. You gotta aim for the water.
Okay.
So yeah.
That can't be true.
Simply not. It's all fat.
It's like camel humps.
Also not full of water.
Really?
I hate to break that to you.
That's what they're for.
Nope. Not full of water.
What's in a camel hump?
It's like mostly fat and it's like fat reserves.
Fat.
It's
rats.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
It's rats in there.
It's all rats. That's why they're so unpleasant to ride.
Yeah.
Anyways, so like Cecil is basically saying like, hey, I'm taking these people that otherwise would just be rotting in jail and I'm using them.
Yeah.
Like we've reprogrammed them and I'm now using them to pay off the massive debt to society that they owe. And I agree with that. I think I do. But then Cecil's execution of Cecil's like he's using like the giant lobster thing that he like implanted in Mark's brain. And I'm like, and then once again, I'm like, not maybe morally not the correct thing to do, but also not a bad fucking idea.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it's like, we only feel bad because we like Mark. Yeah. Like Cecil's it makes sense.
It makes sense.
And it's like, it's tough though, because you have to, in order to side with Cecil, you also have to side with the idea of like government control. Mm-hmm. And like typically governments are typically bad.
Fair. And honest, but also people are typically bad.
Well, exactly.
Right?
So it's like you can't be like you either have to put your trust in the idea of like a government or the idea that Mark's never gonna fly off the handle ever.
And meanwhile, Mark is ripping multiples.
Yeah.
The beginning of the beginning of the season is Mark taking one multiple's head out of his body and using that skull to crush another multiple's head. And I'm like, if I saw somebody do that, I'd hedge my chances.
Yeah, exactly.
Especially when his father, I was like, okay, like his father destroys the entirety of Chicago, kills hundreds of thousands of people, uses his own son to crush an entire train full of people. And like, I get it. Mark's not his father 100%. Like Mark was raised by a loving mother and all that, but like, he's gonna live hundreds of years. You have to set up chances where like something could change.
Yeah, no, for sure. It's
why Batman has a contingency plan for every single one of the members of the League of Justice.
Yeah, a contingency is definitely a good call in terms of all these people. It's interesting. So the comic makes Cecil a lot more ambiguous. Like in this, he's so clearly a good dude.
Yeah.
Like he's so like he just like comes to your house, kicks off his shoes, and he's like, "You got any scotch? Let's chat." You know, like he's a guy you can unwind with.
Yeah.
And that's kind of maybe one of my like criticisms with the show. Like in the comic, there is, especially with the Reanimen like introduction, it's easier to side with Mark because Cecil is a lot less trustworthy.
Gotcha.
And he has less of a rapport with Deb in the comic, where it is very much like, it's like, oh yeah, he's seen her every now and then, but like, he's a lot shadier, and there's a lot more of like a scumbagness to him.
Gotcha. I think that it's better that it's not clear. I think that inherently lends to better content. Like I think a conversation like being built around a fictional universe where like it's a moral conflict where I can be like, listen, Mark is a kid who's never done any he's never done anything to really prove to Cecil that like, hey, he's ever going to go off the handle and do anything like his father did. But at the same time, with that trauma and the fact that they're like, Cecil fully acknowledged the fact that there's fucking nothing that they could do if he wanted to destroy the entire planet. Like he has to hedge his bets a little bit. Yeah. And so I understand like where like Cecil's coming from right in that moment where like Mark's like, you're not doing this. You're not doing this. Like he is making threats.
Yeah.
He's 100% making threats. He's like, we're not working with what's his Darkwing?
Yeah, Darkwing.
Darkwing, he's like, we're not working with the guy who makes the Reanimen. You're like destroying all the Reanimen right now. And it's like, Cecil's not in a position right there to say no.
Yeah. It's an interesting discussion too of like, because I agree with you and I'm big like for reform. Reform's so tough and it's such a hard pitch because it's like, oh, why waste a life and why waste genius?
Why waste
like
genius?
Yeah, like Sinclair, who can like make these Reanimen and like help the government and like help when all of the heroes have their backs against the wall. Like Cecil saved everybody from Doc
single
Seismic.
American hero, yeah.
But then you have a great scene where Mark goes and talks to I think Will's the friend. I don't know who Will's boyfriend's name is.
I don't remember.
Rick, yeah, he goes and huge.
I know.
Yeah.
What I do best, remember names.
Huge ally.
Yeah.
Where he goes and talks to Rick.
They're gay.
They're gay. They're dating.
No.
they're okay. Oh no. I mean, his name is Jared.
James.
But he goes and talks to Rick, and Rick is like, you know, it weighs a lot on him that he's like,
he can walk around. Like,
he's like, he just gets to do whatever he wants. And you see that scene, you're like, yeah, I guess that is unfair to Rick.
Put him in a room and just make him make Reanimen.
Yeah.
Like, that's it. Like, it's like, that's it.
It's like you can't have reform if you also believe in punishment. You know what I mean? Like they're polar opposites. Kind of.
Not really, though.
No.
Because, like, all right, here's the thing. Like, when the CC or whatever his name is,
Cecil?
Sinclair.
Sinclair,
when Sinclair was, like, making Reanimen for himself, right? He was, like, exploring, like, he was, like, abducting people. He was, like making them for, his own purpose. Like, he was, like, trying to pursue his science kind of thing. And, well, he does get to do that in a facet. Like, it is under the thumb of the government being like, you're doing this to make up for the shit, and we control your Reanimen. And now, I think if you wanted to make an argument against that, it's like, oh, Cecil tells the Reanimen to stop attacking and they don't.
Yeah.
Like they see one, like Mark's ripping him apart and like he can't stop them.
Yeah.
And like you could be like, oh, like Cecil still has not
Sinclair.
Sinclair still has control of the Reanimen, and so like therefore like in a sense he's still pursuing the scientific endeavors that he would like. But like, to me, like, you can absolutely have reform and punishment at the same time. It's like, you're working for us. You're not leaving. Like, don't have him walk around. Don't be like, hey, see you tomorrow?
Yeah.
Night out? Like, fuck no. You sleep in your cage.
Yeah.
But, like, you're doing the thing for us. Yeah. And, like, Darkwing is another interesting. I don't remember the Darkwing.
I also don't remember.
I don't remember the Darkwing.
Killed somebody, I guess. I don't remember.
I think his dad died. Omni-Man killed his dad.
It happened in season 2. And then, and he was killing people. I don't remember.
He made a whole city like Night City, right?
Yeah.
And he was killing people in the Night City or something. I don't remember.
I don't know.
But like, it's like that is, I don't know. Like it's so interesting to me, Rex. The Darkwing thing is like, oh, he's out. He's like actually out and about.
Yeah.
Like he's actually just like running around. It's like that could be a legitimate. Like I'd be like, hey, I don't fuck with that. But if you're just making a dude print out Reanimen in the basement of the GDA,
well, but the thing
is reform.
That guy likes science.
Fair.
So the idea is that it's like,
But
that'd be like if the government's like, hey, you killed a guy, you stream for us now. You know, like you make Naruto vids for us.
Okay.
It's like I guess the quandary is like he ruined Rick's life and Rick probably has night terrors, he has trauma.
Yeah.
And in Rick's mind, he's like, why does that guy ever get to be happy again? So it's tough.
But he's just printing out reanimate. Like that's my thing. It's like,
But he gets to do science, the thing he likes to do.
But it's like it's just running the same experiment every day.
I mean, I'm down for reform. I like it.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, like, that's where it's a tough sell for the public.
Yeah, and that's what's cool about that's what's really cool about the season is the fact that like you're like, oh, it could really go either way.
Yeah.
Like the fact that like all the American heroes are alive because of what Cecil did. And the fact like another thing was like, oh, Cecil goes to prison and there's like 4 murders a week in this prison. And then Cecil goes, spends 3 years there. The entire prison thing is like reformed. He's running it like it's like, like
it's like the kingpin.
Exactly. And so, like, that's another good look at, like, oh, because they didn't give up on Cecil, he was able to reform this. To me, like, that thing is, like, there's pros and cons to each side, which is why I find this season the most compelling Invincible I've ever watched.
Well, he also tries to do that with Mark, too, where Mark is like, or he reasons that with Mark, where he's like, you killed Angstrom Levy, should I lock you up? You know, he's like, put yourself in the shoes of other people who have made mistakes.
Yeah.
You know what's interesting, too? All that backstory stuff with Cecil, like anime only.
Really?
Yeah, it's not super not in the comic. Yeah, not in the comic.
That's crazy.
I also, my only note that I wrote down, do you think they stole that from Carry On?
What?
Because that's the end of Carry On.
The fucking skin-eating bomb? Oh, they must have, because they were like, none of people saw it. More people will see Invincible than Carry On. And they're like, fucking, this is our thing now. Everyone's like, oh, the Invincible bomb. That's Carry On.
That's so
Taron
funny.
Egerton, baby.
Yeah.
Oh, because he was holding it close, too.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Yeah.
Underrated masterpiece. I think we're going to talk about Carry On 10 years from now. It's like one of the greater, like, slept-on action movies of all time.
Every 100 episodes, let's talk about Carry On.
I'll do it every 10. I don't give a shit. I love that movie. I love that goddamn movie.
Yeah, do you have any... I like the backstory stuff a lot for being, like, new content. Do you have any, like, hot takes or anything?
I mean, unfortunately, most of my hot takes are, like... Yeah, I'll just give you some notes here.
Yeah.
The first episode, they're like stealing the Declaration of Independence. I'm sure that'll pay off eventually. But my first note, and I appreciated this from myself, I thought this was funny. I said, this looks more like Con Air Nick Cage, not National Treasure Nick Cage. Because they had long hair.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, they're from the future.
Yeah, well done.
What's up with them? That's
another one where it's like you kind of got to endure Invincible doing some nonsense for a bit for it to pay off later.
Yeah, they're just talking like, oh, it's the future and all that. And I saw a bunch of people on TikTok being like, oh, everyone's about to understand why the suit guy gets his own show or his own spinoff. There's like some guy who's like the Blue Beetle of this universe. I don't know.
Oh, I want to say Tech Knight, but that's...
Quip or some shit like that. Tech Knight's the boys.
Tech Knight and a bad guy.
Yes, yeah. Oh, I was thinking Tech 9, the rapper.
Tech 9, baby. He did the song Harvey Dent.
That makes sense that you would know that. The Eminem to Tech 9 fucking streamline.
Pipeline.
Yeah, the pipeline needs to be like, it was like that cyclone. It was basically like, oh, who can rap fast?
Tech Jacket.
Tech Jacket. Yeah. Everyone was talking about him. I never saw him. I never saw Tech Jacket.
I don't remember how he shows up.
I think he'll probably be in this season.
The future guys do come back for sure.
Okay.
In this season.
The future fucking beautiful Tarzan looking man.
Yeah. I really liked Invincible being like, or I liked, what's his name? Rex being like, I already took my guy down, like, hurry up. And he's like, yeah, I'm pretty sure this is just a guy. I don't really want to go too hard.
I don't want to kill this dude.
Yeah.
Still gets away with the Declaration of Independence.
Yeah, like, gets a punch. He's like, yeah, see, just like a normal guy.
Yeah, like, flings him, too. Absolutely launches the dude. Not a normal guy. Like breaks concrete with his body and survives.
Yeah, well, cartoon normal guy.
Yeah, like, we would have been destroyed. Then I wrote, thank God Kate and Paul were named that.
Yeah.
Duplicate, Multi-Paul.
Yeah, it really worked out.
What other name works for that? Duplicate, Multi-Paul. I think like you'd have to be like osmosis.
Nick Dishon.
Nick Dishon? That's bad. Damplicate? Dan.
I don't want to damplicate anything.
Damplicate sounds like a legal proceeding. I know that sounds bad. I think like you could do like mitosis. But you got to like mitosis or something. Mitosis is up there.
That's funny. That sounds like halitosis though, which I don't care for.
I mean, I don't care for duplicate or multiple.
Yeah, well, that's fair. Yeah.
Manny? What?
Like Manny?
Manny. Oh, Manny. Manny. Some shit like that. Like I was like, they go. Either they were born with that ability, and their parents were like, oh god, there's 6 of them.
Like Admission.
Oh, addition.
Addition.
At Aiden. What word are you looking for?
Like just something
addition.
with an ad in it.
Aladdin. That's Aladdin is not bad.
Yeah, I guess. Aladdin.
I like Aladdin. You're adding.
Yeah, you're adding.
That's fucking great. But yeah, no, thank God they were given that name.
Sue Traction?
Well, that would like if there was less.
You're Sue?
Yeah, if you were like had the ability.
Yeah, true. What does she even do?
Like, ow! I'm half. It's a bad ability. Still bullies Deku.
Yeah.
And then I said, does this kid... Oh, so I said, was that girl's power green bubbles? There was a hero. A bunch of the American heroes they showed in the Doc Seismic episode, they were just using nonsense abilities. Yeah. Just the girl just started shooting green bubbles out of her hand that did nothing.
Yeah, that's kind of the bit with Invincible is that Robert Kirkman, who like wrote Invincible and also The Walking Dead, same guy.
Crazy.
Yeah, big track record. Mm-hmm. He... Like, Invincible is a universe, like, it's a comic universe.
Yeah.
Made exclusively by Robert Kirkman. So, like, that'd be like if you were like, oh, I came with a great idea. It's Spider-Man. He's, like, a superhero who, like, swings around and does this and that. Yeah. But I want him in a world that is already an established universe. Gotcha. So, you gotta now come up with, like, 40 random-ass, like, ulterior guys. I guess that's just My Hero.
Kind of, yeah.
So this is like My Hero, where the dude had to make a superhero Invincible, and then it was like, shit, I need like 60 years of established superhero
there needs to be
stuff.
A reason that no one's being weird about him flying.
Yeah, exactly. So like a lot of them are just like, it's Balloon Man.
Like, yeah, classic. Ow! My hand is growing.
Yeah, my hand's a balloon.
Don't pop! Don't fucking it!
Don't fucking pop it.
I guess my only thing would be like, my favorite note here is imagine dating after bagging Superman. Deb's out
for
on
Amber.
Yeah, Deb's out on a
Deb,
date.
you're right.
I guess also Amber.
Yeah,
Jesus fucking Christ! Like imagine you're just dating a dude. Like after he's like, I can't fly you to like Venice or something.
I can't get Italian pizza. Like
Dorothy. If we were on like our and we had like just fucked and I was like, was that good? She was like, not as good as the time I did it on the moon. I'd be like, you know what? Like the way the guy was, it was like the guy was on a date with Deb. He finds out she dated on them, just leaves.
Yeah.
Exactly what I would have done.
Incredible call. It's funny because I'd be like fair, but I'd also absolutely fly off of the handle.
Yeah.
like the way if she was like, yeah, this was a nice date. I mean, obviously it's the time I was on the moon. Yeah. Obviously it's not. How am I supposed to do that?
Like, hey Deb, yep. I'm not a Viltrumite.
Hey Deb, just don't say anything. Yeah, if obviously comes before it, shut up.
Hey Deb, I'm punching down, okay? Yeah. All right? Omni-Man was punching way down.
Yeah.
Oh, man, yeah, that would be a
Hey, Deb, I make 6 figures.
Did he get paid, Deb? Oh, yeah, and then I also wrote Stephen Yoon is a very underrated VA. So good.
Yeah, crushing it this season.
Really probably his best season as Mark.
Yeah.
Like his delivery to Cecil was so goddamn good.
Yeah.
How do we feel about the beginning of episode 3? The gay supervillain story about the horrors of capitalism.
I thought that was a big swing and a miss.
Oh, I'm sorry. The silent film story about the gay supervillains in the horrors of capitalism.
I thought that was a swing and a miss. I get like what they wanted to do, and I like the idea of like, taking these characters that are like silly, random, like D-tier villains that he just wipes up like nothing.
Hardly. I mean, one of them was Johnny Blaze.
Yeah, well, that's true.
One of them was Johnny Blaze, but he can turn himself into a giant.
Yeah, but these random villains that like Invincible wipes like it's nothing on the regular, and then giving them this intro where you like humanize them and you make it really dramatic, and you're like, oh, like it's part of the themes that like, oh, people don't just do crime. Like it's usually a systemic thing. Mm-hmm. And we're trying to humanize them. But it was just the most generic and like kind of comical version of that. Mm-hmm. Like it almost felt half-assed.
Yeah.
especially because they're constantly just wearing their goofy goon outfits in every scenario.
Also look exactly the same. Like they were just like both like mid-40s, like bald white dude. I don't know. It was weird. It was all weird.
They keep showing up to different interviews and stuff in the same like wife beater jeans, like beanie fit, and then they're eating beans for dinner,
splitting of beans down the middle. It's like, oh, you might as well give them a little stick and a bandana and just be like, Jade.
It's just like beans for dinner is the most like this writer's never been poor like thing to me, because pasta's the same price. Yeah. At least typically. I haven't like compared the two recently.
I had a roommate in college who ate beans. Like had money, but was like, do you guys know the macros on beans?
Yeah.
You guys, like, I get these, and would just eat beans because he didn't like food that much.
Yeah.
So he would just eat beans because he's like, this is cheap and it keeps me alive. And I was like, that's insane.
You can do like rice and mixed veggies, like frozen mixed veggies. You can do ramen and broth.
You can do rice, chicken, and mixed veggies for like $2 a serving.
I don't know about chicken.
Absolutely. You can.
Where are you getting a $2 chicken?
You can get like 4 pounds of chicken breast for like $10.
Oh, and then if you like
meal prep.
set it for the week. Yeah. But that's my thing. Whenever they're doing beans for dinner, I'm like, honestly, a box of pasta tastes better and is the same price.
Yeah, it delivers like basically all the same like macros that you would possibly need.
But yeah, it is like Hobo Joe, like from the 60s kind of vibe.
It being silent was also...
It would have been fine if it was like a better song. Like it just felt like I saw what they wanted to do, and it's like they wanted to do like episode 3 of The Last of Us, where they're like, let's show
Bill and Ted.
Bill and Ted,
yeah. they keep finding us. It's like, your guitar is so loud.
where they're like, I've never known love like you.
And then they just like full penetration.
But like, not just that they turn these two characters that weren't gay in the comic gay, but in terms of it's like, oh, we're gonna like give them a human like short story and make you really feel for their plight. But it just didn't.
And the resolution to that story is that Mark puts them in prison?
Well, that's the bit, is that you're supposed to be like, oh man, like they really tried to get a job, and the best they can do, like everything's working against them. They had to resort to crime. Isn't it a shame? Isn't it a tragedy that Mark then just like blindly is like, oh, you guys did a bad, into prison. Yeah. It's like the reform themes, where it's like, you shouldn't just lock someone up because they're on hard times. Like,
but the thing is, that's such a, like, to me, right? That's kind of like the like with MHA when they were like, oh, by the way, everyone's racist heteromorphs. Don't worry, we figured it out. Like, I know you're worried that a chapter ago we introduced that like there's systemic racism problems against heteromorphs, but guys, don't worry. Shoji's got it. And like, so like, if you're gonna do like by the way, the villains aren't the bad guys because the system is the bad guy, don't compile it down to a 7-minute part of an episode and then breeze past it.
Well, it ties to the Sinclair themes. Like, it's all in the theme of Mark may or may not learning to like respect criminals. You know? Because like, it's like, right, like D.A. Sinclair, Mark just shows up, sees he's doing bad, tosses him in jail, finds out he's like doing other things, and he's like, that guy should be rotting in a cell. Yeah. Same with this. These guys are robbing a bank. He shows up, beats him up, throws him in jail, and he's like, all right, I'm done thinking about them. Yeah. So it's like...
But that's a message for us, not Mark. That's the thing. Like maybe
we'll see.
It plays out later.
We'll see.
That's the thing. That's the thing with Invincible. There's always 7 lines in the water. So like, I was also not like crazy about it. I do also understand what they were trying to do there.
No, I think it was a swing and a miss though. Like it didn't make me feel anything new, and it was kind of comical because it felt generic and like played out before. Yeah. Like their specific kind of, there's no like added nuance that I hadn't seen somewhere else.
Like, and to compare it to like episode 3 of The Last of Us, like that was like a master.
Yeah.
Like I think about that episode once a week. Yeah. Like it was like so genuinely wildly impressive, so well acted. And that was the thing. It's like by making this silent picture, you're also stripping a lot of the humanity from it, right? Because I don't know what they sound like. I don't know I don't know the conversations they're having. I can see what they're going through. But
they're trying to do Up, you know? The opening of Up, which is silent.
I've never seen Up.
Wow.
Oh, I want to. The house floats. The house floats. Cool. Good movie. Sick. I don't give a shit. Fuck you.
Wow.
Fuck you, old guy.
Wow.
I gotta see an old guy on screen.
All right, discussion over.
Yeah, dude.
What is this DEI shit?
Yeah,
old people in movies.
I fucking do. Make him 25. Make him 25, then I'll watch.
Make it Tom Holland.
Yeah, make it Tom Holland. In the live action Up.
Yeah, it's Tom Holland.
Tom Holland, the worst wig you've ever seen.
They're both 25, the old man and the kid.
Yeah.
Speaking of music, so far we are yet to get like a banger track because season 1 and 2 both added songs to my rotation. I got that one Cage of the Elephant song from season 1, and then I got Karma Police by Radiohead in season 2.
Interesting. This is not something I've noticed at all. I definitely I was more focused on the music during the silent aspects, and it just felt like garage band string music 7.
Yeah. They usually just have like a really good alternative rock soundtrack, and this so far I haven't hit one.
Interesting. Very interesting. I wonder if they put all their money into like writing.
I want to give one more hot take. Oh, what do you think of the new costume? Blue.
No.
Wow.
It's too Nightwing coded. I don't know. Like, there's something about like you don't see a lot of heroes with yellow, right? Like the only people like in comics I can think of with yellow is like there's Sentry. He's on the brain because he just got introduced as the villain of the new Black Widow movie. So there's Sentry, Booster Gold.
You're making so many little microaggressions, and I'm just like ready for the comments. Like, Sentries. Black Widow's not in the movie; she's dead. So it's Thunderbolts.
It's the Black Widow verse.
I'm just saying.
Okay. The Black Widower is gonna get on me here?
I just see you being like, yeah, I love Marvel, Spider-Boy, Batman, like Mega Man.
Yeah, we got Shazam. Booster Gold. Yeah, but like you just don't see yellow. Adam Warlock.
Yeah.
What?
Well, I guess there isn't a lot of yellow.
There's not a lot of yellow.
Yeah.
So I like
all of the X-Men.
But they never
never
wear their suits.
Yeah.
When was the last time they all were just rocking big old blue and yellow?
Yeah. Never in live action.
I don't read comics. I don't know. I don't give a shit.
The TikTok editors are gonna fucking get you crucified.
Yeah, they are, baby. I like that we both live in fear of the people that we pay and employ. The way I could also be like, hey, no.
Stop it.
And then Stank watches these and is like, fucking to the wolves it goes, I guess.
I love the blue costume. They butchered the reveal though.
Why?
Because they really it's like, check out this new costume. And then like no music, just like a slow pan up, and he's like, it's all right.
He's like, it's a little serious, right? Yeah.
There's like no fanfare at all. And I'm like, this is a great costume in the comics. And it also, him being like, it's a little serious, is foreshadowing that we're entering like the darkest arc, arguably.
Gotcha.
And it's just, they just were like, we did it. We did the suit. Here it is.
Yeah, and then they call him Invincible. Apparently we're heading into the darkest arc. I want to talk about Oliver's costume.
Yep.
Just Robin.
Kid Omni-Man.
Just Robin.
Yeah.
That's just the most. How do you feel about Oliver?
I like him.
Yeah.
How do you feel? I know where he ends up. So like,
gotcha.
I know all of.
Yeah, I know you do.
I know Oliver.
Wow. That should be his name right there. Oliver. I don't like how you said that. I don't like how you said you know where he ends up. I feel like it's pieces in multiple pieces.
To retort, the comic's over. So I know where everyone ends up. I
know you do. I know the comic's over. I know you've read it all. But I just don't.
Well, I just mean where they end up is like applicable to everybody because it ends, you know?
Anyways, I feel very uncomfortable with Oliver currently. I think he needs a little thing in his ear. Like, I think that's like the entire thing. With like, Oliver lives as a living testament to the fact that Mark is being kind of crazy about
that Mark needs a thing in his ear.
Mark needs a thing in his ear because he just fucking mauls the Mauler twins. Yeah. He fucking little Mike's with those second Mauler twins head off. They're gone? Are they gone?
Big Mac.
Little Mac.
Or Little Mac.
What did I say?
He said Big Mike.
I don't fucking know, dog. I have so much anime up here. I don't know the other superfluous shit.
But, okay, this is interesting. How did you feel about that scene with Oliver and the Mauler twins? Like, was that impactful? Was that shocking that he killed them?
It was shocking, but like at the same time, I was like, I could kind of see it. Like, I don't know, it's weird, right? Because he's Omni-Man's son, but like he was stripped from Omni-Man when he was an infant. Like Omni-Man had no say in Oliver's life, like how he feels and anything. Like he loves Omni-Man, but he doesn't necessarily understand all of Omni-Man. So like it's a weird spot, like that he has so many Omni-Man isms, you know?
Well, I like his age helps because I really like when Mark's talking about like Cecil and stuff, and he was like, I told him if he ever hurt you guys, I would kill him. And then Oliver's like, why didn't you kill him then?
Yeah.
And then everyone is like, we don't kill. And he's like, all right. And they're like, no, we have to like settle this right now. Like this family doesn't kill. And that was a really like realistic, like, have you ever like been a kid and you're like trying to chime in with the adults and you say some shit you probably shouldn't, and they're like, we need to make sure you don't actually think
we
this.
need to make sure
like,
you have empathy really quickly.
Yeah,
Let's go ahead.
exactly.
Like, how does this make you know? But at the same time, like I don't like, you can't be upset with Oliver because like, one, he's like 7 days old. He's two half alien races. He's half bug, half Viltrumite. And he's growing faster than anybody in his entire life could ever possibly understand. Deb's trying to give him a normal childhood. He wants to be a hero because he sees his brother go out and be a hero. He understands he's as powerful as his brother. He's already flying faster than Mark can possibly keep up with. And I was like, and then, because here's the thing, Mark is being a hypocrite. Like Mark's like, oh, we don't kill. Well, he's saying, I will kill Cecil. And then like, and then he's like, oh, you killed Angstrom Levy. And he was like, that was a mistake. And it's like, cool. Like, how can you expect this kid to parse out the difference between like, oh, you made a mistake and this was intentional? Like there was a guy trying to hurt you. You killed him. Like you made sure he never did bad again. He did the same thing to the Mauler twins. And so it's like, everyone is like, the only person with any real leg to stand on here is Deb. Yeah. Like, because like Deb hasn't killed anybody. Yeah. But like Mark's out there ripping Multipols in half. Yeah. And I get it. You're not going to finish Multipol because you kill a couple of his clones. But like death is happening around Mark and therefore happening around Oliver. So like him coming to the conclusion that like, oh, we got to get rid of these bad guys. Not crazy.
Yeah. I have a big gripe with this show, and I think they're kind of botching some moments, and it's because of what you're saying. So in the comic, and I will need to like double verify this, but like in the comic, from the best of my memory, it doesn't get super violent. Like the comic kind of tricks you between issues 1 and 11 into thinking it's rated PG. Like there's no swearing, there's no like blood. And then Omni-Man in issue 11 kills the Guardians of the Globe.
Gotcha.
And it's really gory.
Yeah.
And the big like twist is that you're like, oh shit, there's like blood in this.
Yeah.
And then
when he pops Darkwing or Dark Knight, I don't remember his name, Darkwing's head open or something.
And then, like, it progresses, and there's still not that much blood because Invincible is, like, legitimately invincible. In the show, Mark loses a lot of fights, and in the comic, it takes a long time before he reaches someone who's, like, an actual opponent.
Yeah. Mark spends more time in the show with like a butthole eye than not. Something we talked about the last time, like when season 2 came out, we're like, Mark is in a perpetual state of butthole eye.
Well, that's the thing, is that like Mark doesn't face someone who's actually a match for him until he fights Omni-Man.
Yeah.
And that makes Omni-Man feel like such a massive threat, and that fight feels so impactful. And this show has too much violence and too much swearing to the point where it ruins some really big moments. Because up until like where we are now in the show, there hasn't been like insane excessive gore except when villains do it.
Yeah.
Like Mark doesn't. There's a bit in like episode 2 where Mark like punches through a Reaniman, grabs his intestine, and then swings him at another guy.
Yeah.
Like he doesn't do that shit. Like in this, it's all like old Batman, like bops, pows.
Yeah.
But the villains, like Viltrumite, show up. They beat the shit out of Alan, which we saw, the alien. They like pop his eye out. And so like insane graphic violence was reserved for the villains. So then we get to this bit and Mark's going to stop the missile. Oliver's like back with the Maulers, and you're like, all right, he's going to take him down. And he fucking pastes him.
Yeah.
And his like fist goes like through his head, and you're like, holy shit, that's crazy.
Yeah.
But since like every episode we see Mark do like 11 Mortal Kombat fatalities.
Yeah.
That's why I asked you, like, was it shocking? Because we got to it and I was like, everyone's like, we don't kill. And I'm like, yeah, you do.
You simply do.
You kill so many things.
Yeah, the Reanimen are reanimated men, and we are ripping them asunder.
Yeah, he does too much, like, Mortal Kombat shit. And I think it's because Amazon didn't want to, like... They were nervous that, like, setting the pacing that slow wouldn't, like, grab people fast enough. But, like, I would have loved if season 1 was, like, not that violent, like, not a lot of swears, and then at the end of episode 1, he fucking annihilates the Guardians of the Globes, and you're like, holy shit, that's crazy. Yeah. But, like, it's crazy gory from, like, the opening scene.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that, like... I don't think the Oliver moment was as strong as it could have been and was in the comic because of that.
Yeah, and that's my thing. Is like I'm just like I don't know. I'm of two minds about the whole Oliver stuff because like one, he's a child, so you can't be like, oh look, oh I can't believe this child is misunderstanding like the intentions or like the purpose of his power. But at the same time, he makes me very nervous, and I think it's a very cool juxtaposition between Mark and Oliver, and like Mark being like, well, I have this fully formed brain, and I like that's the biggest difference for me, and this is why I've talked about this multiple times. Like I'm so happy I got any version of clout when my brain was fully formed, so I could like be a human. Like, and not let any of it make me an insane person who, like, live streams me crashing my McLarens and shit.
Right.
And so, like, that's the difference between the two of them is, like, and it's, like, a thing to talk about time and time again, where Oliver is unlocking these powers at, like, biologically 10 years old, and Mark was, like, 17, 18, right? And those are very, very different brains. And so, like, everyone trying to explain to Oliver, who is now stronger than his mother by a fucking landslide, that he needs to be careful with his powers, and when she's, in his eyes, technically a normal, right?
Yeah.
And so I think it's a really cool. I do think it would have been cooler if like that was the first real time we saw like actual violence or like Mark like that's things like Mark juicing Angstrom Levy doesn't necessarily deliver as hard as you'd like because you're like, oh, he's just punching him like does everybody else.
Yeah, like he punches every other person. There's also the swearing's fine, but it's interesting to me because in the comic, the comic's like 144 issues.
Yeah.
And nobody says fuck until like 112, I think. Like there's a crazy thing that happens, and the last page of the comic is Mark like covered in blood on his knees, like after it happened, and he goes, holy fuck. And you're like, wow.
Yeah.
Like that, it misses those punches. Which is unfortunate because Invincible is so cool because you see Mark age. Like, he's in high school in season 1. Now he's, like, 19 or 20.
He's not in college anymore, but yeah.
Yeah, now he's, like, college age. And by the end of the comic, he's, like, in his 30s.
Yeah.
And so it's, like, it getting more graphic adds to that theme of, like, growing and maturing. So.
Oh, and my final note is, my God, is there any bigger hater in existence than Eve's parents? Yeah. Is her dad like genuinely the least pleasant person in fiction?
Yeah, her dad's like comically fucking horrible.
Like I simply do not understand it. Yeah. It is insane. I cannot like the hater level it's 50 Cent level. It's very impressive.
Let me see. Hold on.
Are you gonna look up worst people in fiction?
I'm looking up Mark and Eve's dad because there's like, yeah, here it is.
Mark and Eve's dad? What do you mean?
What are you talking about? Eve's dad.
Eve's dad. You said Mark and Eve.
Mark talking to Eve's dad.
Oh, Mark talking to Eve's dad. Gotcha.
There's a bit from the comic where, let me see, where Mark has like an interaction with Eve's dad. And the dad goes, I wanted to thank you. I know that my little angel is no angel. I caught her one time with that long-haired boy. The one that... Can't say that.
What do you mean you can't say that?
You know she had him living here for a while.
What do you mean you can't say that? Come on, what is it?
Oh, no.
Come on, you got it.
You know she had him living here for a while? We didn't even know. Anyway, I appreciate you giving her a chance, knowing you're not her first, like, sexual partner. She never really got just how important virginity is to a woman. Men like to feel like they're breaking new ground. They want to be the teachers. They want to be in charge. Hard to do that if there's no corners left unexplored, right? Betsy was a virgin when we got together. You can always tell when you're with a virgin. They just act differently, think differently, less confidence. It's attractive. Don't know if I would have married Betsy had things been different. I didn't like coming in second or third, or whatever the case may be. It's good of you to look past my daughter's obvious flaws. Shows character. I respect that. Of course, it's not the end of the world when a woman knows a thing or two, right? So I guess there are positives and negatives. Look how much fucking text is on this page.
Jesus fuck. Send Oliver to kill him.
Yeah, anyway, there's no way that ever makes it into the show. And then this is...
If the end of Invincible isn't him getting horrifically brutalized, it's mid. It's mid.
This is the next panel. That's Mark afterwards.
What does he say?
He's just sitting there, like, fucking flabbergasted.
Gotcha.
And then Eve's like, I told you it would be horrible. What was my dad saying to you there? You guys talked forever. And then Mark just goes, nothing important.
Holy fucking shit. Kill that guy. You want to talk about Invincible first? Because we've been texting about it all morning.
Sure. Yeah, you've been texting some inflammatory shit, because I do not agree with... Here's the thing. Let me preface with this, too. The Invincible discourse right now is so goddamn weird and annoying. It reminds me of the JJK situation that I went through, because I'm always ahead of the curve. I'm always angry about something at the wrong time to be angry about it. Because Season 2 of Invincible, the animation was, like, it felt like the budget was halved from Season 1. Because Season 1, like, had some, like... stilted stuff. There was some, like, JPEGs getting dragged across the screen. There was a lot of, like, CGI background elements. But there was enough to make up for it. Like, the fights were great, and when they had to pop off, they popped off. Like, the budget was clearly being allocated smartly. And then Season 2, on top of just, like, narratively being boring, because, like, the comic material in that section is boring, was, like, there was no moment where I was like, oh... most of the animation is stiff, but, like, this fight is why. Like, this fight makes up for it. Like, Season 2 was really tough. I really lost my faith in Invincible in Season 2. And I would make
it was,
videos
like,
about
genuinely...
it.
I mean, I didn't want to watch Season 3. I was like, oh, like, when I heard Season 3 was coming back, I was like, oh, I don't want to watch it. No.
Yeah, you were like... I remember Stank was like, Invincible came out, and you're like, do we have to watch this? Because Season 2 is a big lull.
I mean, and thank God we did, because it is genuinely, I'd say, probably the best thing we're watching this season.
Yeah. That's true. I would agree with that. But so anyway...
It's up there with Soul Leveling.
Yeah, just to wrap up the thought, though, but now... And so I made videos about it, and everyone was, like, on my ass about it, and being like, oh, like, you just want to complain about stuff, it looks great, this and that... Season 3's out. I have literally no complaints about the animation. It's the best, most consistent looking season in the whole show so far. And I'm seeing all these videos of people ragging on the animation. And I'm like, where were you when the animation was actually suffering? Because now it's consistent. There's a movement. And, like, but Nick texts me like an hour ago. What do you say?
Is the bar movement, Danny?
That's all I've ever wanted.
If the bar is movement, we are asking so entirely too little from a show that just gave Mr. Beast, or from a fucking studio that just gave Mr. Beast $150 million to break people's legs with drop boxes. All right? Oh my God, I hate how it looks it's so fucking ugly. It's so ugly.
This is so out of nowhere. Nick was like, why is this episode look weird? And I'm like, what do you mean? This episode's no different, no worse. Like, why right now? Are you just pissed? Are you just pissed randomly?
I might just listen. I am hungover and I am tired and my back hurts. But I was watching episode 5, which I think everyone was saying was a filler episode. Is it from? Is that in the comic?
Episode 5 was with the dragon. I'm pretty sure it happens. I remember. But there's, like, filler stuff in the comic. Like, there is a lot of just kind of, like, padding out the world and, like, you know, the point of an episode like this is to, like, reestablish Titan and be like, oh, what's he doing? And, like, show that the world is, like, evolving.
Yeah. I thought that the episode was really good. Like, so we're talking about episode 4 and episode 5 of season 3 of Invincible. And so there's a couple of things that we do want to talk about. Like, just like from a general perspective. Listen, yes, I'd say this season looks and operates better as an animated series than season 2. 100%. Season 2 was horrifically ugly. Like, it's like, it was ugly. It wasn't animated. Everyone was like, there was JPEGs. They were making jokes about like, oh, if you pan out, you don't have to animate anything. Like, and then there was like breaks and all that, like in the animation. Like, we were getting episodes, like 2 episodes at a time, and then like, oh, we'll be back in a couple of months. And I was like, just take your time and finish the fucking season. Like, I don't need a half-baked product if we're already getting a month between like each episode here. So my issue isn't that like, oh, this episode, like, oh, the season looks so much better. It's just, it's so, like, the show is just so ugly to me. Like,
what do you mean?
The
Since
art style.
When?
I just, everyone's hair is one block. Everyone's hair is one block, and like they just like when they pan out, and the movement to me feels choppy whenever they're doing anything that's not fighting. I don't know, man. Like, I might just be grumpy. I really could. And I'm coming at this in a way that isn't necessarily, like, indicative of how I feel about Invincible, because, like I said, I'm enjoying the season. It's a really cool story. I love a lot of the characters. But, like, I just, like, there's times where I look at it and I'm like, oh, I hate how everyone looks. Mark has a cool design. I don't love Eve's design. I like Cecil's design, but I actually like Rex's design as well. But, like, there's just characters who I don't enjoy the design of, and like while these last 2 episodes like had really cool character building moments with Oliver and Eve and all that, like as I'm watching it, I'm like, oh, I just wish this didn't look like it was a children's animated TV show from 2008. It's got a Nickelodeon budget. It's got a Nickelodeon animation budget.
You're so grumpy. You're such a grumpopotamus. Because last time we talked about Invincible episodes 1 through 3, you were all on top of it. You were hyped. That's what's weird to me, is that this is coming 5 episodes into season 3.
I think it was literally just, there were certain moments in episode 5 where it was like when Eve was walking with the warden, like the prison warden or something like that. And it was just like they started so far away, it felt choppy. Like I just wish it looked more polished. I wish there was shading. I wish their hair wasn't just one fucking big block. Like they all look like they have Roblox hair. It's like Kaiju number 8's faces and the fucking hair. And goddamn Invincible pisses me off. Like, I just hate that Eve's hair is one fucking orange cell.
I feel like that's just animation. I feel like that's just what animation looks like most of the time. Let me see.
No, it's like particularly bad. It's like particularly bad. Like the only person's hair who I actually like how it looks in the entire show was Amber.
Amber did have sick hair. She doesn't have one big block. What are you talking about? Look at all this definition in it. I'm getting easy.
Oh my god!
Is that helping?
I'm getting fucking flashbanged here.
Look at that.
That is the most definition they've ever given her hair ever.
That's what she looks like. Hold on.
That's not what she looks like most of the time. Anyways, yes, I'm being a grumpopotamus. And Invincible looks better this season than it looked last season, and they do deserve credit there. Absolutely. Season 3 is leaps and bounds better than season 2 is. I don't know, man. Maybe it's because we're watching Soul Leveling back to back with it.
This is from episode 5.
It's fucking 2 blocks of different colored orange.
What do you want? You want every strand of hair drawn? Don't take your hangover out on Invincible. I will not be in this TikTok with you.
It's so funny to me. Because your TikTok about talking about is Invincible too gory? Is it too violent? Just a genuinely very good and also comic based take. You're like, oh, the comic's not as violent, and because that you're desensitized to it. And everybody in the comments is like, oh, this guy watches Has Been Hotel. This guy watches Has Been Hotel, and he doesn't want them swearing. If that is not the most missing the fucking point thing I've ever
Yeah.
Why every time you're like, oh, that was a little violent, people are like, oh, this guy watches Has Been Hotel. Dude, you rank Mortal Kombat finishers. No one's saying you don't like gore.
I know. We got some of the most brain dead rebuttals on that TikTok where I was like you said, I was using the comic as a source and being like, oh, the comic does this differently, and the show is more violent more frequently. And people are like, oh, what do you want it to be, rated G? Huh? The comics also are. And it's like, dude, just listen to the words coming out of my mouth.
Use your ears for once in your goddamn life. It's not like, and then everyone's like, oh, but this guy watched Has Been Hotel, but they can't do violence and swears and Invincible. It's like, hey man, they're drastically different stories, and also that's not the take we're having here.
Yeah. No, it's just fun. Like, I'm so fine with people disagreeing. It's just when they're, like, not arguing the same argument as me. Like, but anyway, that's also why I'm like, what?
Quick timeout. Anyways, back to Invincible.
Well, that's why I'm like, you're taking this stance, this hard stance, that it's ugly and stuff, and I'm like, you know what? I'm not going down in this fire with you. I am not dying on that hill with you, brother. So when they make this stupid TikTok of you saying these stupid points, I need them to put me in disagreeing with you.
Is the Invincible fandom the most sensitive fandom on the internet right now?
That's a take I can get behind.
I've never seen so many people with the inability to decipher any take that's like actually being fired. Like they just hear like Invincible not perfect, and they're like, oh, Invincible bad. Like, are you saying Invincible bad? Like how? Like, and then like are just like, I need to find a way to associate this take with another. Like it's a crazy amount of like mental landscaping that needs to be done. But also like if you say anything that is not glowingly positive about Invincible, like for some reason everybody rolls out in like mass regard to try and tackle you down.
It is funny. Yeah, the Invincible fandom is really intense for like, you just wouldn't expect it. And it's weird because it's a lot of like, I know it's not an anime, but quote unquote like anime only like watchers being like that, because I remember on Reddit, a lot of people would, like, compare it to the comics and be like, oh, man, I think this moment was more impactful in the comic. And then people who, like, don't read the comics are like, shut the fuck up, the moment was great in the show. And it's like, just let the dude have an opinion. Like, just let the guy do a comparison.
If I read all the comics and I'm now watching the show, I am a bigger fan than you are. Like, if I have the ability to compare, oh, the show skipped this moment from the fucking book that I read before there was even a show, I'm a bigger fan than you are. Like, that's the craziest shit about your take, is like, you're explaining with intimate knowledge of the comic and how it differs from the TV adaptation. You're like, oh, hey, my vast knowledge of this allows me to have this take, and people are like, oh, did he even watch the show? It's like, I'm not only describing that I watched the show, I'm describing I read the comic and I understood it so well that I'm able to compare it actively.
Yeah. But otherwise, other than your insane takes on it, I really liked episode 4 and 5. I think Invincible is hard back. I think every episode has been really strong. Episode 5 was really funny. There's a bit where when the dragon, like, impales Mark, and he, like, thinks he killed it, and he, like, gets up, and he's like, Eve, we gotta charge more than we're charging. And I really thought that was funny.
Yeah.
A lot of people have brought up, he is taking a lot of damage, and I don't remember from the comics if he takes damage this frequently, but he's getting, like, some, what look like fatal wounds a little too frequently.
So the guy, the metal mouth guy, is literally like, oh, I'm about to show you like the fault in your name, which is Invincible, and he's like, you're not the first person to bring that up. And it's like, hey man, people probably wouldn't be bringing it up if every other week you didn't look like hammered shit.
Yeah, like he's getting
like it's a good thing you're now dating the girl who can you're good. Like, good thing you're now with the girl who can molecularly rearrange your body to like heal you in a matter of instance, because he almost got fucking bitten in half by a B-tier antagonist who got capped in the back of the skull by fucking full metal head, who I forgot existed because I haven't seen him in 3 fucking years. And meanwhile, why are we sending that guy to fight Omni-Man? Oh, you telling me the new and improved 140% stronger Mark, who's able to bench the heaviest thing humanity can find, is getting cut in half by a dude who runs the Triad?
Yeah, a lot of people, I've been seeing that too on TikTok, and that is like a legitimate, like, fault of both the comic and the show, is that the comic really likes to use his powers for, like, gags in a way that breaks the power scaling. Like, I remember or they'll do they'll do stuff like that where he's training and he flies to the moon and back in like 47 seconds. He's like, I could have been faster, but I forgot where I was for a second. And it's like, oh, okay, he can leave the atmosphere in 40 seconds. Why can anyone touch him? Like, the power scaling...
It's almost light speed.
Yeah, the power scaling is busted to, like, a frustrating degree. You really have to, like, turn your brain off and be like, oh, I guess this villain's punching him right now. You know? Like, and people are like, oh, well, he's holding back. And it's like, you can hold back and not get your ass handed to you. Like, if he can move at near light speed, hold back, but don't get hit. Like, don't let these guys fucking wallop you.
Meanwhile, like, his durability is, like, so incredibly, like, fucking, what was his name? Not Ironhide. Titan? Titan's fighting against this dragon, right? Titan's, like, using his armor ability, which we haven't seen in, like, 2 seasons, and he's tanking these chomps from I forget his name, but Metal Mouth. He's tanking these chomps, and he survives his gigantic fall, and he coordinates his whole plan to, like, trick everybody, which was really cool, by the way. I love Titan as a character. I'm so happy to see him back. I love that the entire community has changed. I love that everyone's, like, bending a knee to him kind of thing. But, like, he's tanking these chomps from the same enemy, and that one chomp almost cuts Mark in half. Like, you're not invincible. You're not even as strong as the fucking leader of the village.
Yeah, his name should be pretty strong. Like, pretty strong and fast. It should be, like,
lightly vincible.
Yeah, it should be vincible.
Yeah, like maybe like a bulletproof. Like, a bulletproof whose entire idea is, like, kind of the same thing. Like, he's also kind of strong and also can kind of fly. Like, I've never seen him get chopped in half.
Yeah, his name should be first name Vince, last name Ibble. And that's his superhero name. No, but that's literally what I was talking about with my take that everyone tore into, is that there's, like, it's not that the show's too violent, it's that, like, he doesn't feel invincible in the way that he did in the comic. Like, they're really giving him a beating a lot more frequently, and so then when he takes a substantial beating, it doesn't feel as crazy, because it's like, oh, well, the dragon just, like, gave him 2 mortal wounds. Like, now when he goes and fights, like, another Viltrumite or something, it's gonna be like, oh, well, like, he's always getting his ass kicked. Like, this is fine.
Yeah. Like, I don't get, like, why that guy, like, I get that he's, like, a crime syndicate leader and, like, and therefore obviously would have no incentive to, like, ever fight for the good of humanity, but they're just busting out the fact that this guy controls an extra-dimensional dragon that's, like, somehow in his dude that also survived, like, a 300-foot fall with only, like, a sprained shoulder. I love Ionic or whatever his name is, Ion or something like that. That dude's sick. But anyways, like, this guy is currently the strongest Isotope. He's, like, one of the strongest antagonists we've ever seen in all of Invincible, and he's just, like, ripping through this prison. And I was like, my God, this should have been plan number 1. I get that they're trying to get Titan to bend the knee.
Yeah.
But, like...
Yeah, to be a dragon
it's kind of aggravating.
Yeah, I agree. Like, this is a weirdly, like, S-tier villain just out of nowhere. Like, the prison couldn't do anything. Literally nothing. No one in the Guardians of the Globe...
Mark couldn't do anything.
Yeah. No, I agree. I also felt that, where I was like, just always be a dragon? Like, why do you need a crew? Is it just like how we get hire editors? Like, we could edit, but, like, we just prefer not to? He just, like, wants free time, so he's not always doing it himself?
It's probably like, I don't know, it's probably like you gotta eat a lot of food. Buildings aren't really made for you. You know, he destroys Titan's entire penthouse. You know, I can't imagine being a dragon would be like all that convenient. But that being said, if your other form is like an 80-year-old Asian man with a metal mouth, like, that's also not great, you know? So, like, I would also probably go for dragon all the time. It just reminded me of, like, Ino Yamanaka's body getting carried off by his gigantic bodyguard who did absolutely dick to protect him.
I love, speaking of the prison... 2 big things about episode 5. 1, awesome Adam Eve episode. Not that, like, I've found a really interesting argument from people where, like, I saw, this was from years ago, from, like, Mad Max and Furiosa. There's some discourse over whether or not Furiosa is, like, a good character. People were like, oh, she's, like, a badass, strong female character. Like, she's just as good at fighting as Mad Max. And a lot of people were like, it takes more to make, like, a strong female character than just, like, making her good at fight. And that's not, like, to say she is or isn't, but the reason I bring it up is because with Adam Eve, like, just because she kicks ass in this episode doesn't mean, like, oh, now she's a good character. However, boy, did I like seeing her kick ass, and boy, was I like, oh, sick, you feel equal to Invincible now. Like...
Which is kind of out of nowhere, right? Like, it's like also like she took like 3 classes on architecture and she just apparently is able to fix an entire prison. Like, she's in Architecture 101 and she was like, oh, they paid us extra money because they helped rebuild their prison. It's like, dude, you built like 2 apartments and they fell apart. Like, I'm not trusting you to build the Supermax where Multipol's splitting himself into 300 people, all of who, mind you, earlier you were like, oh, the show isn't too violent. It is. All right. There was a moment in episode 5 that literally made me clutch my pearls. Like,
that was the other thing. I love that shit.
Oh, I didn't like it at all. It made me feel icky.
Like when
Multipole,
when he's shoving through the walls with himself. This show makes Multipole seem like such a badass that, like, he just uses the ability in such a sick way where he'll split and then kick off one of him to parkour and dodge.
I'm going to say right now, it is the most creative usage of cloning abilities I've seen since Naruto. And I think, honestly, based on a choreographical standpoint, like, they do it as impressive as Naruto, if not more impressive. Because there were so many moments where Multipole is about to be taken out and he's like split somebody off to take the punch, or like he like uses a split to like exactly redivert himself midair. Multipole was absolutely the biggest strength of episode 5. Hi, Sarah.
He says hi.
She can't hear me.
You ducking made it seem like you were doing that bit where you pretend to walk downstairs. No, I agree. Like, it was an outrageously clever use of his power. I do agree, too, with the Adam Eve thing, where, like, her being... I don't know, she just came in, like, 10 times more competent than, like, ever. Not that she wasn't competent before, but this was just, like, a real... Like, she was, like, on top. She, like, stole the show from Invincible. And it's interesting that she does that after taking, like, 2 years off of being a superhero. Like, she shows up and she's like...
Yeah, her power is just Fortnite, though.
She does have a Fortnite power. Her power has always annoyed me in the comics just because it's too anything. Like, it's a very... Like, anytime... I've seen TikToks about this, too, where she's like... yeah, like, we can't afford an apartment in downtown. And it's like, make $1 billion. Make $1 billion in your hand. And I get that she's like...
She turned an entire apple into 24-karat gold. And I was like, that you can't even conceptualize how much money that would be. That is a lifetime amount of money.
Well, and she said, like, oh, I don't want to, like, break the economy. But, like... You don't have to break... There's, like, such an easy medium between breaking the economy and affording an apartment. Like, just make enough to move out. Like, that's okay. You're a superhero. You should be getting, like, paid anyway. But, like, so yeah, her power...
I get that they don't want to do it the easy way. Like, they're like, oh, I don't want to do it the easy way. I don't want to... I want to work for what I have and all that. And it's like, I get that. That's absolutely fair. But, like, Mark is like, oh, I guess I have to go fight this supernatural dragon to fix his penitentiary and not get paid for it, or like be a private contractor kind of thing. Like, there is absolutely a happy medium between whoopsie, I made a quadrillion dollars, and oh, I can now afford a studio apartment in downtown.
Yeah. No, exactly. Her power is just too vague and powerful to me. She's like a little bit like Green Lantern if he could make his constructs permanent. Like, I kind of wish she was just the Green Lantern, because, then you get into, like, well, just cheat. Just start doing cheat code stuff. It was cool. In Season 2, one of the best moments of Season 2 was she's like, oh, I'll just build an apartment or something like that for people. Like, these people lost their homes, and she, like, built an apartment. And then, a few days later, it, like, crumbled and, like, I think killed a bunch of people because it wasn't up to code. And she's like, I don't actually know how to make an apartment. And I was like, that's really good. It also kind of helps the, like, it's like, oh, she needs like an actual in-depth knowledge of something to properly make it, and so that's why she can't just like make them an apartment. And also she's like, there's zoning laws, and where am I gonna put it? Just in the park? Like,
yeah. She is the character that Momo from MHA should have been, right? So like Momo is like Momo's is the character who's introduced and like is like supposed to be like basically like the pseudo fourth to the big three. So it's supposed to be like Ida, Baku. It was like Shiro, fucking Fire and Ice.
Shoto.
It was supposed to be Shoto, Bakugo, Deku, right? And then like Ida kind of became like their pseudo fourth, and then Tokuyami. Like in the beginning, like Momo was absolutely set up to be like one of the most important characters from Class 1A, and she gets lost with time. But like that's like Adam Eve's ability and her abilities fundamentally work almost the exact same. Like anything that they understand molecularly, they can make. The only difference is, it's actually even hardly a difference, is that Momo has to like apply to the law of equivalent exchange, right? So she has to use fat and turn that into like things like that. Now, does that fucking do they use that rule at all? No. Eventually, she's making fucking rail guns, and she still weighs 106 pounds. Like there's no law of equivalent exchange by the end of the manga, and that's what I've realized. Kind of another thing that kind of makes me upset about Invincible is that there's just no equivalent exchange. Like fucking Multiball can just make hundreds of himself, and like that is insanely broken. Why? Like, of course he's an assassin. Why wouldn't he be?
It's kind of... Invincible's a little, like... I don't know, this comparison will be dumb because you and everyone will prove me wrong. But it's kind of like JJK, where it kind of, like, revels in, like, characters just being broken and nonsense. Where it's like... Yeah, I don't... And sometimes it's to its fault. Because, like I said, with Mark... It's not that fun to, like, power scale him, because the show's, like, so inconsistent with it, and the comic's so inconsistent with it. So it's tough to be like, oh, well, he's this strong. And it's like, well, a dragon that's not that fast, like, just tore through him. So how fast and strong is he? Yeah. But other times it's like... And with Adam Eve, it'll also get annoying. She's gonna do some real annoying stuff in the future. But other times it's like... Okay. I don't know, I like the idea that Multipole is, like... They're like, oh, cloning can be a really overpowered power, and you don't think it is. We're gonna show you why a dude who can clone himself can become one of the most dangerous people on the planet. You know, like, it's like...
God, I just started thinking about the skulls popping again, man. that scene.
Dude,
it was too much.
That dude's awesome. That propelled him to one of my favorite characters, because it's like a Mirio, where it's like kind of a lame power that a dude is an absolute master of. And I just love, I don't know, I'll never forget him, like, parkouring around and, like, someone shoots at him and he just, like, jumps out of his body and the original one takes the hit. And it's so cold because they're all sentient. Like, they're all screaming when they're being crushed against each other. So, anyway.
Dude, he's just farming out hundreds of himself to die, which is kind of exactly what Naruto does, because they're also sentient and also can feel pain. Like all of his shadow clones are sentient and can feel pain. Yes, and all of the memories of those deaths do technically go to Naruto, which is crazy.
I thought they died the second they get hit with contact. Like they poof the second they get hit.
They do, but they still feel pain.
Damn, okay.
Yeah, they can be lit on fire, and like by the end of the story, like they can take damage, and that damage doesn't go back to Naruto, but all of the memories and experiences of shadow clones go back to Naruto. So he has experienced death thousands of times.
Damn. But yeah, I mean,
whatever Duplicate was bitching about, fucking Naruto understands.
I like it a lot. This season's like really. Oh, what do you think about the stuff with Immortal in the future? Nothing? What happened to you? We should have skipped this week. You're right. You're just on the wrong side of the planet.
It just felt like it came out of nowhere and it was like done and dusted in like a half hour. Like I said, I really enjoyed episode 5. Like the plot of episode 5 was cool. Duplipal was sick. Or Duplipal, but Multipal was sick.
Duplipal's not bad.
And like I said, Adam Eve had Duplipal, of course. Duplipal's drag show. Anyways, and so I really enjoyed episode 5, and like episode 4 I also thought was good, but like it's just like, I don't know, Fight Master and Hitman or whatever his fucking name, they just kind of appear in episode 1. They're like, oh, the future's bad. And it's like, why does Mark care? This is like 10,000 years down the line, and then like it's like revealed and like some kind of like not so like it's kind of general. They're like, hey, you are in charge of Earth, you went to Viltrum or something, and we left the immortal in charge, and now he knew the only way to get Mark back was to destroy Earth or some shit like that. I don't know, like it just felt like it was kind of out of nowhere, and I was like, I don't give a shit about this timeline, and like it was cool, like I guess watching him be like, hey, I don't want to kill you, like the only way that this ends is that he kills him, which is like very like Iron Man of Iron, or what is it, fucking the Superman where he has to kill Emperor Zod,
Man of Steel,
General Zod. Man of Steel. It was like very Man of Steel ending where he like pulls his fucking head off and he's like, you made me do this. Keep the fucking parts separate because like otherwise he'll just reconstitute and come back to life. But I don't know. Like it wasn't my favorite episode of the season. Like I'm not gonna say it was bad by any means. It's just like the story wise it felt tacked on.
I loved it. I love that episode because you also get Battle Beast and Alan like breaking out Omni-Man. Like that episode was awesome. I like the immortal stuff. I really like him ripping off his head.
That was the better part of the episode.
I like him ripping off the head, and they're like, thank you. And he's like, don't thank me for that. Like, what a great... that line's good. I like, please don't thank me for that. Like, because he's...
No, in terms of the character development and the plot repercussions of those moments, 100% very good episode. It's just like, from like I don't give a shit what's going on 10,000 years into the future.
Yeah, it pops in out of nowhere. Immortal's also a character, like, I don't personally give a shit about. But, like...
Exactly.
So I get that. It's just like, I don't know, it was impressive, the fight was cool, the animation was good, in my opinion. And yeah, the last half of the episode where they're breaking out Omni-Man is really sick. Should we move on from Invincible?
Yeah, no, and I want to touch on the fact that, like, yes, like, the actual best part of episode 4 is post the credit scene, which was like 20 goddamn minutes, mind you. And it's, yeah, just Alan and Battle Beast fighting against the Viltrumites, and they hit that double lariat on one of the Viltrumites.
Yeah.
It gets revealed there's less than 50. That was awesome. That was really cool. And also a very, very thinly veiled line about, like, oh, this is how we let governments treat us. There's, like, not that many of them. There's a lot of us, but they have the power. And so I thought that was dope. And, like, so these 2 episodes are very good, but I'm not, like, I'm not championing for them in the street like you are. I think you've been bullied into loving Invincible more than you actually do.
No, I love the comic. I'm a huge fan of the comic. Season 2 was genuinely bad, and now it's good again, and I'm like, oh, I like the thing. And everyone's like, you can't like things anymore. You like Aspen Hotel. We took away your thing liking privileges.
I think the Invincible fandom is my least favorite fandom.
This is the conversation we had on our last podcast here.
Yeah.
They are the most sensitive fandom in existence.
You can't make an Invincible take without a lot of people being mad. Whether it's the show's animation is bad, the show's animation is good.
Yep.
The writing has fallen off. The writing is the best it's ever been.
Yep.
No Invincible opinion is agreed upon by anybody.
No.
I don't know how this show's received right now. I don't know what the general consensus is.
It's so funny because Invincible isn't I like Invincible, but it's not a thing that I feel so passionate about that I would ever have it dominate any of my, Invincible I enjoy. It's probably my favorite thing I'm watching right now, but it is not something that I would ever be like, oh, I need to take up for this in the streets.
Yeah.
I didn't read Invincible, so I'm not nearly as big a fan as you are, but I've never once felt so passionately about Invincible that I was like, I need to yell at somebody that Conquest's voice is actually really dope and cool.
Yeah.
I like that he sounds like a 75-year-old man struggling off an oxygen machine. That's great for me right now.
It's just anyway, how do you feel? You liked Conquest's voice? No. I mean, yeah.
I'm Conquest.
I think it could have been better.
Gene Simmons.
It's funny because
Part 2.
It's funny because Conquest I'm fine with. I wish Battle Beast sounded different.
I love how Battle Beast sounds.
Give me Jeremy Irons. Give me Scar from the Lion King.
That would be kind of sick.
Because first off, that'd be perfect casting, literally.
You mean Alfred?
Alfred?
Jeremy Irons.
Oh yeah.
He's Ben Affleck's Iron.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, Alfred.
Battle Beast is just a little too just sounds like a nice man. There's not enough cat in him. There's not enough ferocity in him. Scar sounds like he'd slit his grandmother's throat in her sleep.
I absolutely would.
Battle Beast is just
give me Cat.
Give you cat?
Give me some cat.
Give me a cat line.
I'm feeling perfect tonight.
Tonight, specifically.
All right, fine.
No, I like it. I'll do, like, I'm feeling perfect tonight.
That was catty.
You got a little cat in
That
it,
was
you
cat.
know?
There's a little growl in there.
Yeah, there's a little
like
growl. I saw Jeremy Irons do Scar, like, the behind the scenes, and he's like making his face look like a cat. Like he does something, he's like, I despise blah 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 something. But he's like doing the little like, and I'm like, man, that dude fucking knows cat.
Curling the lip back.
Yeah, he's curling the lip. I don't feel Cat from Battle Beast. He just sounds like a man who's like sounds like he'd be a pretty good teacher.
You want to learn how to kill Viltrumites, he might be.
Just sounds like a pretty nice guy. But anyway,
but everyone's saying that. Okay, we'll get to the Conquest thing. But I haven't heard the Conquest AI thing. Everyone's like, "Oh, Conquest AI's voice is like brain rotted everybody." Apparently, Conquest got like some AI voice dubbing of all of his lines, and everyone's like, "Oh my god, this sounds exactly like what we want." I haven't heard it. I'm not in love with his voice. But here's the thing. Like, I also don't really give a shit. Yeah. Invincible is the show of I don't really give a shit. Yeah. Like, I'm just like, oh, it's a fun watch. Yeah. You know who I do feel passionately about? Aaron Paul. Being a voice actor, because boy, oh boy, does he always sound like his nose is congested? Yeah, he does. Like, I want Invincible. Like, he just sounds like he's got a stuffy nose. Like listen, this is unfortunately because like he played such an incredibly massive character in Jesse Pinkman. I just hear Jesse Pinkman. Yeah. Like, I just want him to be like, bitch, which like he might as well do, honestly. Yeah. But two, like, is he a good voice actor?
I haven't heard a single person who didn't feel like Aaron Paul took them out of the Powerplex episode. Because it's just him doing he can't keep getting away with this voice.
Oh my God, it is. He can't keep getting away with this.
He can't keep getting away with this.
I said this, my first note was this blonde guy is just Batman in Batman versus Superman. And then I said, is that fucking Jesse?
And then Jesse the bitch Pinkman?
Jesse the bitch Pinkman. Do you think he's a good voice actor?
I think he's a good. Genuinely, the problem is just that he has one voice only. Mm-hmm. Like, if he was never in Breaking Bad, if this was the only thing he was in, I'd like it. Yeah. Like, I think he does a good job. The problem is we all just hear Jesse.
Yeah.
I even hated him in BoJack.
It's not even that. Oh, I haven't seen BoJack.
He's in BoJack, and he's not.
You seem like the kind of person who'd be like, oh, wow, you want to come over to my house? I have this show I want to watch with you. It's like it's really deep and sensitive, and I feel like it displays my dark emotions really well. And then you would just like show an episode of a horse trying to kill himself to a girl you're trying to hook up with. She'd be like, "Can I take my pants off now?" You're like, "No, about to get to the best part here."
That'd be me if I didn't hate all the voice actors. Will Arnett takes me out of it.
Will Arnett, really?
Yeah, he's BoJack, and he's the one doing all the sad, depressing shit.
I know. I just feel like he does a good job at it.
It's not that they're bad. It's that I can't.
You just hear Arrested Development?
Yeah, I don't see these characters. I hear Will Arnett and Jason or Aaron Paul.
That's my issue with like big actors becoming voice actors. Yeah. It's like the best example of a big actor becoming a voice actor is oh Jesus fucking Christ. Edward Cullen, Robert
Pattinson, the hair, and I was saying that too.
That was a ridiculous ability to transform your voice. Yeah, like a fucking the fucking Jesus Christ, George Lucas. I almost said George Lucas. Skywalker, Luke.
Mark Hamill.
Mark Hamill, also another like massive voice, like another like massive actor who like became a voice actor because he had the ability to articulate his voice differently, so he didn't just sound like the character of whatever you played. Like, if fucking Mark Hamill's Joker sounded like fucking Luke Skywalker, it would be ridiculous.
Yeah. I think Aaron Paul did a good job. It's just a tough,
like in terms of like line delivery.
Yeah, like I think he did the best he could have done. It's just distracting when you're the whole time you're like, it's just Jesse yelling at Walter.
Yeah.
Like, I love that episode though. So we're talking
yes.
about the Powerplex episode, and we're talking about the Invincible War
episode
arc.
6
and 7. 6 and 7 of season 2.
Yeah.
Which one was your favorite?
Oh man, 2 really good episodes. I will say 2 very, very good episodes. The war episode kind of came out of fucking nowhere.
Yeah.
And I was just like, oh, we're doing marks now.
Yeah.
Powerplex episode also really snuck up on me on how good it was. I'd say these are my 2 favorite episodes of the season. As to which is better, I can't really say, honestly. Like, I think Powerplex is one of the more... You son of a bitch.
Move me? Thanks.
He's gonna go scratch the hell out of his ear. So I would say the Powerplex episode is interesting in the fact that like it raises a lot of like I really see these two episodes as a combined project, because Powerplex's episode, while it's really interesting as a standalone, becomes all the more interesting because Angstrom Levy pulls up with 18 Invincibles and destroys the entirety of the world.
Yeah.
Like Powerplex is like, oh, your fight against Omni-Man literally wiped out the entirety, like a large portion of Chicago, and it's your fault. Like, I get that you weren't the one trying to kill all these people, but because of you being on this planet, it led to the destruction of a part of Chicago and the death of almost 3,000 people. And then immediately, and I pray for these days. I pray to the God I don't believe in for these days to be vindicated in a take as hard as Powerplex was immediately fucking vindicated in a take, because it was like, your existence causes death. And then like he's like in prison for 12 and a half minutes.
Yeah.
And fucking 18 Invincibles pull up and destroy the entire globe looking for their mark. And could you imagine? I would never shut the fuck up about it. I would be insufferable if I was like, I'd be, look, bitch, look.
I love the idea of Powerplex getting thrown into prison after Invincible like refuses to talk to him, gets broken out of prison, looks up, there's 12 Invincibles.
Yeah.
Just a tear coming down his eye, and he's like, yes.
I get to zap him. I get to
zap all the Invincibles.
Yeah, I thought the episode was awesome. I do think Powerplex's ability is really cool. Is he just invincible? Kind of.
It's weird.
He can convert energy, like kinetic energy into electricity, right?
All the Invincible power scaling is like stupid and not worth talking about because none of it makes sense. It's like, yeah, right. So he can convert kinetic energy into electricity. Does that mean he can take any amount of hits? Who knows?
It hasn't been proven to not be.
Yeah, he had like Invincible.
He jumped off a goddamn skyscraper.
Yeah, he had like a building fall on him and he just turned that into energy. Mm-hmm. So it's like, is he as durable as like all that? He also got beat the shit out of with a sledgehammer.
Yep.
That was sick.
Invincible kicked him through a building and he was completely fine and just turned it into electricity.
So yeah, I guess he's like invincible, technically. He seems more invincible than invincible, to be honest.
I've never seen him fucking get butthole eyes. I'll tell you that right now.
Call this dude invincible.
Call bulletproof invincible.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just a different name for invincible. Like, just specific to bullets, but are all the heroes invincible to bullets?
Well,
that's kind of like their whole thing.
Yeah.
So I thought this episode was really, really good. I said, Oliver's full body makeup. I said my real last name. It's Hitler. I don't know why I had that. I don't know why I had that as a note. Oh, it was Rex. It was Rex explaining to Ray, my real last name, it's Sloan. It's not Splode. But he's like, my real last name, I can't go back to it. It's Hitler. And that was my note. That was my note.
That was the best delivery for that.
I was like,
my last name is Hitler.
Why do I have this note here?
I love that bit where he's like, you want to know?
That was my best Norm Macdonald impersonation.
Huh?
Hitler.
Why do I have that?
I only knew him as a painter.
That's so funny.
Oh yeah, here we go.
You please me, Nick.
Thanks. That's what I'm here for.
But one day you'll take my empire.
Yeah, I'll try.
But I love that bit where he's like, you want to know my real last name? Hold on, I bet I could get the impression. But he's like, you want to know my real last name?
Pretty good.
It's Sloan. Splode was a name given to me by the government. And it's like, show me the government official who was like, show me Anthony Scalia being like, fucking, that boy's last name is Splode.
Pretty good branding though. Good branding though. Like he makes things explode. He's already Sloan. This is like, it's a couple letter change.
I just love the idea that they're like processing him and some like government higher up is like Rex Splone. Or Splone. Yeah. I already blew it.
Yeah,
like,
you got it. Yeah, you did.
Yeah, boy. God, we're hot today. We're back, baby. But like just looking at the paper and I was like, Rex Sloan. Bloody might as well be Rex Explode. More like,
yeah, the big, huge red pen. Yeah, just cross off.
Yeah, he was like, write that down. Write that shit right now. Yeah, I'll watch the door. Write that down.
Three more interns. Get the guy 3 more unpaid staffers.
God, yeah, that bit was so funny. I also love him being like, I love that his name was almost Rex Explode though. Rex Sloan, like it's something akin to Rexplode.
It's close enough. They didn't have to change his initials. That's the most important thing. The Powerplex episode was crazy. The entire time I was like, oh, his wife wants him dead. His wife was a bad person.
Well,
I get that. Oh, first off, he was like, oh, my sister.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, his sister died. I thought it was his wife who died at first. Like, the family dynamic confused me for the first half.
Different races.
That's possible.
It could be half sisters, or something like
that.
that.
I don't remember what she looked like.
Yeah.
It's been a couple of weeks. That happens.
He was a blonde white dude, and like his sister was like either like Latino or black. Like, and I was like, that was my sister. That's why I thought it was his wife as well.
Yeah.
I thought he was running around with his daughter, but then it looked very platonic. And then like his wife was like, oh, like I loved her as much as you did, and I was like, oh, is it her sister? I don't know. The whole thing kind of threw me. But anyways,
I had it mixed up for some reason because at first I must have missed. Oh yeah, she was like black because I'm remembering Invincible pulling her out of the wreckage.
Yeah, the fucking arm.
Yeah,
the one arm that was grisly.
Yeah, I love that. That's her. It is literally the Batman versus Superman backstory.
It is Batman running around Metropolis as it gets devastated in the Zod Superman fight.
But like, here's the thing: I can't believe there was so much debate over who's right, Invincible or Cecil. I don't see anyone talking about Invincible or Powerplex.
Because
get that dude in front of a courtroom.
Yeah. Oh, and Invincible in front of a courtroom. Yeah, 100%.
We know Invincible's like the victim of Omni-Man, and we know he's a cool guy.
He still have to testify.
Because we're watching the Invincible show. That, like, all Powerplex is saying is, like, get him in front of a jury. Yeah. Batman was like, kill Superman. Yeah. Like, Batman was nuts. All Powerplex is saying, he's like, we don't know the full story of what happened. And they're like, well, them's the breaks. And he's like, well, can we get him in front of a jury? And they're like, he's a little busy being a teenage boy.
Being like, oh, we don't govern the stuff. Yeah. It's Iron Man versus Captain America. Yeah. It's the same thing. It's the same conversation we had a couple of weeks ago where I was like, oh, I'm Team Iron Man because like I do believe these like they should absolutely be held to like jurisdictional like restraints. Like, oh, if you destroy half a city, there's red tape involved. Like there, like you have to justify. Anytime a cop pulls his gun, he has to like explain. He has to do paperwork. He has to go through like firing training. He has to there's a lot.
Ideally,
in our ideal circumstance here. Yeah. Like in a lot of other countries, before a cop can even shoot, they have to get fucking clearance. Yeah. And yet, like superheroes are destroying buildings. Are you getting their faces blown through subways as they accidentally rip through people? Listen, if you're Mark in that situation, make yourself as small as possible. Don't do this. Fucking ball up.
There's 2 rows on this subway, and Mark's like, am I getting them? Am I getting them, Dad?
Sorry, Papa. Like fucking make yourself a cannonball, dude. And so
that's got to be the TikTok. I'm gonna send every email I need to get that on TikTok.
Yeah. To our short form editors that you have no form of contact with whatsoever.
And just drag me through the mud.
I pay them, baby. And so it's like he should absolutely. Powerplex is 100% right, and I think I have a note that said that like when I'm talking about earlier, when I was talking about Powerplex being immediately vindicated, I was like, yeah, this is 100% vindication. Like without Mark on this planet, it's not Mark's fault, but like Mark's presence is the fault. Like and like that's such an interesting conversation. And that's been the best part of the season is how many interesting conversations have come out of it. Because when you brought up Cecil earlier, I was like, oh my God, is Cecil also immediately vindicated?
Yeah.
Because without the fucking Reaniman and Cecil, the situation would be way more, like way worse.
Way more
worse.
It's funny because Invincible's kind of in the right until 16 Invincible show up.
Yeah.
Because Invincible versus Omni-Man, if Mark wasn't there, Omni-Man would have continued conquering the planet.
Yes.
So in that case, Invincible's existence and freedom was a good thing.
I guess, yeah.
And then a bunch of Invincibles who have all had like one bad day turn them into a nightmare show up and like wreak havoc. You said it was very quick and came out of nowhere. And it's a very quick in the comics.
Yeah.
It's only one issue. And I think I've seen people on TikTok be like, well, like everyone was hyping up the Invincible war arc. Dude, it just came and went. It was so quick.
Yeah.
Don't call it an arc. It's one issue of a comic.
Gotcha.
Like, I think the issue is people are calling it like this big arc when really, like you said, where the Invincible War like amplifies the Powerplex dilemma. The next episode, the fight with Conquest, does the same thing to the previous. Like, from Powerplex to Conquest is meant to just be like one thing happening on top of another for Invincible. It's not meant to be this like
everything piling on top of Mark. Where he's like, God damn it, I have no time to.
Yeah, it's like Mark's like, you know, like, all right, I put this guy away. Maybe it isn't my fault. 18 of him show up, destroy every major city. He handles it. It kind of gets handled for him. I kind of hate how they wrap up the Invincible War, where Angstrom Levy's just like, all right, I don't need you guys anymore.
Yeah, they're all like, oh, we're just going to kill you. And it's like, okay, why were they working for you in the first place?
He like, he promised them like
Dimensions,
their own worlds.
Or like their mom or something like that. Yeah.
So it gets wrapped up unsatisfyingly to me, but like...
So now there's just 8 Marks in a fucking void dimension somewhere? Gotcha, good.
And then that happens, and he's like, Jesus Christ, I just saw a literal, like, physical metaphor of how dangerous I am specifically.
Yeah.
And then now, as he's like, you know, I'm gonna do something good. I'm gonna clear up this wreckage. One of the strongest Viltrumites, like, in the universe shows up, and he's like...
The fucking Iron Fist's gauntlet or something.
Yeah, with the fucking Infinity Gauntlet. And he's like, God, just give me a weekend. Like, but, dude, Steven Yeun crushing it.
Oh, incredible job. And he did a really good job at doing multiple voices, right? Because he was playing multiple different Invincibles who all had different backgrounds and like, we're going to obviously sound different. Like Mohawk Invincible sounded different from like Viltrumite, like Omni-Man Invincible. Like Steven Yeun did a fantastic job and is genuinely, I'd say, the brightest spot of Invincible, the most consistent, like an incredible actor turned voice actor. Like an actual like sterling example of how people should be approaching, oh, I'm an actor, but like there's differences. Like Steven Yeun can be Steven Yeun in Nope and The Walking Dead, and he only needs one voice for that. But like if he needs to play 18 different Marks, he can do that.
Yeah, he's got a great like anime scream.
Yeah.
Like when he's like, Angstrom!
Yeah.
Oh, that's great. You said you have some like intense feelings.
Well, so my intense feelings are about Powerplex and about Cecil and like, okay, like, oh, like is Powerplex in the right? Like the genuine conversation I want to have is like, Mark, is it Mark's fault? Everything happening on Earth right now, is it Mark's fault? Is it Mark's fault? And if it is, how does he fix it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I don't know. It seems like too basic to have these arguments of like, okay, who's to blame? Whose fault is it?
Yeah.
Because that's where like a lot of the fandom for like the Iron Man thing, for this, for like anytime there's like a dilemma in media, like Hell of a Boss goes through this, people love being like, okay, well, who's to blame? Which one should I hate? And it's
I'm
like,
not saying
no, I know. I just mean like, it's interesting. Like people are like, yeah, who's to blame? Who deserves this? Who deserves that?
Yeah.
And it's like, it is complex because it's like, right now what Invincible is struggling with is it's like, if I killed Angstrom Levy, which he did try to do.
He juiced the motherfucker. One of my first notes was, nope, he's not alive. Like he's little, like he is a flattened pate of a man.
Yeah.
And he just climbs to his, I don't even know what he calls them. His
the technicians?
Yeah, his technicians. And they just
The Warhammer universe. Like,
they just slap together his paste skull like it's fucking paper mache.
It's like, he's going through this thing right now, which is funny because I'm reacting to Epic the Musical, which is based on the Odyssey, and the Odyssey is also a lot of people being like, you should have killed this guy, and now you're paying the price for not killing him. And so it's like, if Mark made sure Angstrom was dead, which again, to Mark's defense, anyone else would have diagnosed that dude as dead.
I still am not entirely sure how he survived.
Then this wouldn't have happened. And then now it's like, he has Angstrom in his hands, and Oliver's like, dude, what? Fucking kill this guy again.
Yeah.
And then Mark's like, I kind of feel like I should kill you. And then he slips away. And so Mark...
He would have killed him if Oliver wasn't there, and he is like, oh, I have to be a morally upstanding individual for my brother who has and will kill again.
Yeah. And so it's like... And then now with Conquest showing up, it's like, God, I just can't handle all of this shit happening that wouldn't be happening if I just killed anyone who even littered, you know? So, which is like... the Viltrumite kind of doctrine. Like, the strongest deserve to rule. Anyone who commits a crime is met with instant death.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, at the very least, Powerplex is right in that. Throw Invincible in front of a trial. Okay. I don't think he'd end up in prison. Like, I think he could defend himself well.
Yeah.
But, like, yeah, he's got to, like, explain himself to the public.
So you're, like, my follow-up question is, like, okay, yes, like, how do you deal with Invincible? Like, post 18 Invincibles pulling up, like, are you like, hey, get the fuck off our planet? Or you're like, hey, stick around because you're the only reason. Like, people are coming here for you. But then if Conquest pulls up and you're not here, we also don't have an answer, right? So it's like, 18 Invincibles, the only reason the Earth got destroyed is because you were here.
Yeah, it gets tough post 18 Invincibles.
Right? But then, like, also, like, Powerplex is like, oh, like, if you're not here, then, like, also, like, it's like, oh, you destroyed Chicago. But it's like, hey, man, if I wasn't here, more than Chicago would have been destroyed. Yeah. So it's like, I hate being like, oh, it's a gray area. But, like, at the same time, like, it seems though more good is done by Mark existing as the morally correct version of Invincible on Earth than is done, like, poorly because of it.
Yeah, like, I know. This is not the side anyone wants to be on, and no one wants to hear it. But I'm almost like, it'd be real cool if Mark was cool with having a bomb in his head. You know, like if Mark's like, hey, if Cecil was just like, hey, listen, like, I know you'll be cool. Yeah. You're a cool kid. Be cool.
It's a prenup.
Yeah, it's a prenup. Yeah. I know things will work out. Everything's going to be cool. Like 18 of you, though. Yeah. Just showed up.
London's gone. Yeah. London is gone.
All major cities across the world don't exist anymore. Yeah. Can we, like, the public would love a bomb in your head. Yeah. Just in case.
By the way, Angstrom Levy didn't have to try that hard. You know how long the technicians had to take to put his head back together? Yeah. He got 18 of you in, like, a week. Like, like, he just popped through a couple dimensions. Most of you are bad.
Well, then it becomes tough, though, because it's like, what's the crime that would cause you to detonate the bomb? You know what I mean? Like, saying that, because Invincible's got to make tough choices every now and then, like, sometimes he's got a villain's throat in his hands and he's got to make a choice whether or not to kill him, lest there be another Angstrom Levy happening. Yeah. If he has Angstrom Levy in his hands and he's like, you know what? I do need to kill this guy. He's going to come back even stronger. Yeah. Is that enough cause for Cecil to blow his head up?
No, I think like, hey, he just flew through the, Freedom Tower. That's like, right. Yeah, that's where we start drawing lines.
But that's what I mean is like, the Powerplex thing shows that perspective makes it complicated. Like, we know Mark was, like, one of the victims of Omni-Man during that fight, but to Powerplex's perspective, Mark didn't do as much as he should have and, like, caused a lot of the destruction and did this in the train.
Didn't ball up.
Yeah. Didn't ball up.
Listen, every single one of the people who died on that train, they need answers. Yeah.
So it's like the problem with the bomb in his head situation is now you leave it to Cecil or someone else to be like, okay, you better make sure this isn't just Mark making like a last effort or like a last resort decision. Yeah. You better make sure this is Mark actually like turning evil.
Treat it like a nuke. Like multiple people need to authenticate an explosion kind of thing, right?
I guess so.
So it's not just Cecil like dementia-ridden being like, I didn't like Mark getting here late, Bob. Like something like that. Like there's multiple different people with keys. There's a code kind of thing. Like we gotta initiate Project Kill Mark.
I think the issue isn't Mark is here. It's more there are unstable people with powers who hyperfixate on him.
Well, okay, but like
it's mainly Angstrom.
Well, but it's Angstrom.
Oh, and Powerplex.
And Powerplex and Omni-Man and all that. But all those things are like, a lot of these situations are happening because Mark is there, but a lot of situations are made better because Mark is there. Yeah. Right, and that's the thing. So, like, Omni-Man would have destroyed Earth, or, like, at least prepped it for the Viltrumite Empire if Mark wasn't there. Angstrom Levy wouldn't have came with 18 marks, and therefore the world wouldn't have been destroyed by Angstrom Levy and all of the marks in this war, but also Powerplex. Like Powerplex wouldn't have destroyed and killed a couple of people if he wasn't trying to look for Invincible. So like it's a weird thing, but I genuinely do believe that the world is made better by having Invincible / Mark.
Angstrom Levy's whole motivation is as flawed as Mottara's Eye of the Moon plan.
Okay. Well, so Angstrom Levy is pissed at Mark, and this was something that I was thinking about, and I was like, I do not remember why this guy is pissed at Mark.
Oh God, I was hoping you remembered.
He
comes from a universe
where Mark's
evil, and then he goes to like a better universe, or no,
he finds a bunch of themselves.
Yeah, he finds a bunch of themselves, and then they all conjoin into one. And so he's like got the memories of like a million hymns. And like, I guess most marks are bad.
Yeah, most marks are bad, which is, by the way, more fuel for Cecil's fire. Yeah. My God. Most marks are bad, and the Ancient Levies work together to try and become powerful enough to like take them down, and then like.
Well, Mark also kind of caused the machine to explode. Yes, like he was trying to stop him from doing it because Angstrom was working with the twins, the Mauler twins.
Yeah,
and then so that also pissed off Angstrom.
I think were being brought back to life by the technicians. I think I saw.
Oh, maybe.
I think I saw them being worked on.
I think they were being I think someone was being tortured.
There was
something
going on with technicians, who I'm also very curious about because what the fuck's going on there?
It's just some like hellish like Warhammer ass dimension.
Gotcha.
Where
it's like
it sucks. Where it just sucks.
Technus Magnus.
Yeah.
Something.
Yeah. Mechanicus.
Yeah. Technus Mechanicus. And so outside of that, I said.
The thing about Angstrom Levy is that he has literal brain damage. That's so fair.
As
a retort to like his motivation is flawed. Yeah, he's got like severe brain damage.
His brain was I'm assuming at this point mostly dirt after what fucking Mark did to him. Like they're like, we can't clean this.
Yeah.
We just got to glue it back together as well as we can here. There's also a couple of other big ones that I want to talk about here. I wrote, was that a fucking baby?
Oh, the boss baby? Business baby?
Just juiced.
Yeah. Rightfully.
What is Brit? Where are all these heroes coming from? What's going on?
It's so the bit of Invincible, like the comic series, is that the writer, oh my God, I know his name.
Robert Kirkison.
Yeah, Robert Kirkison. The guy who made The Walking Dead, whatever his name is.
Robert Kirkman. Nailed it.
You did. Yeah. Robert Kirkman wanted to like play on the tropes of the superhero genre and like subvert them and, you know, amplify them. But to do that, he needed to be able to work in a world that had like the 60 years of context that like Marvel and DC has.
Yeah.
And he just didn't have that. Like Image Comics don't have as much of like a conjoined world as like Marvel and DC. So he had to, like My Hero Academia, actually, he had to just like whip up. Like,
he was like, all countries have hundreds of heroes.
Yeah. He's like, I have to like make it feel as if there are like decades and decades worth of context. So like the Technicians are a good example where it's like, it doesn't get explained what they are to give you the sensation of like, if, you know, Doctor Strange got his shit rocked and then he opened up a portal and he crawls through it and then like Mr. Fantastic is there and he heals him.
Yeah.
It's like, that's the idea where it's like you see some new hero or villain or something. You're like, oh, that's from issue 93 of Glorb.
Gotcha.
You know, like, so that's why every now and then you'll just see a bunch of random fucking heroes show up.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So like he was called Brit, and then there's like Business Baby and some giant green dude who's definitely not Monster Girl show up.
Yeah.
And the like Business Baby is like working with them, and then Business Baby just gets juiced by a Viltrumite. There's also some there's like some robot that like was like 1v1ing a Mark. Like there was like ridiculously powerful like heroes that were just revealed, and I was like, where have these people been?
Yeah.
Why are we even sending the Immortal at everyone when this guy's 1v1ing a Mark in space?
I know they explained that these marks are weaker than like our main one.
Yeah.
But even so, it's still
well,
like...
at least the one that Cecil fought against.
Yeah, well, that's true. But yeah, it still just like adds to the idea that like, I wish Invincible felt like more of a threat. Like, I wish the gap between Invincible and like the strongest other hero was like the gap between Gojo and like Yuji.
Yeah,
you know
like
what I mean?
Jinwoo and everybody else.
Yeah, exactly. Like... But yeah, there wasn't a lot of like, I wish this the Invincible War arc opened with like Invincibles just juicing heroes.
Yeah.
Like nothing. Like I want to see 5 throwaway heroes just get obliterated.
Just Business Baby. Everyone else was kind of chilling.
Yeah, Business Baby died, but because he was fucking like attached to a man.
Yeah, on the back of a giant green monster who survived, mind you.
Do you want to see? Let me show you. Let me see. Invincible.
Business Baby shouldn't have been there to begin with. I'll say it.
No.
Business Baby should have been there to begin with.
No, that was irresponsible of everybody involved.
Yeah. Wait till it becomes Business Tween, at least.
In the comic, you've got like Invincibles taking on like 6 guys at once. And it feels a lot more terrifying. Like, they do feel like a bigger threat. People have also talked about how, like, the war arc feels a little disappointing. And I think in the comic, like, it is just one issue, but it's one issue of, like, every panel being the craziest art you've ever seen.
Yeah.
So in a comic book, like, you really just need, like, 4 really cool panels.
Yeah.
And you'll consider that a good fight. Whereas in a show, people kind of expect, like, you know, a couple episodes if you're going to call it an arc.
Yeah. We saw the results. We saw the results of a lot of the fights, right? Like, we saw.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
You see that one
Jesus
putting his
Christ.
thumbs through his eyes?
Oh my God. These are crazy.
Yeah. So I'm showing Nick an image of there's an image character named Onslaught, and in the Invincible War, one of the Invincibles like flies super high with Onslaught, and then Onslaught just like puts his thumbs in Invincible's eyes and mouth to make him stop, and they both fall to their death.
Yeah, just rips his face. Oh, does he die from this?
I think I mean, I guess probably not. This is like a big crossover moment. Like, these are all established characters and like,
And then
Image comics.
there's this lady, this very sexy lady with pink, like, she looks like
Psylocke.
Psylocke.
Yeah.
That's what it is. She looks exactly like Psylocke.
But yeah, the war arc, and then there's like this.
There was
They kind of recreate this.
Crazy hard. Day 3. Yeah, no, this is sick. They added so like the Omni-Man one, as I can, like, if I can tell from this, like they're all in different cities. That's really cool. The Omni-Man one isn't here, so it seems as though this guy right here is the most Viltrumite. He's like wearing the Viltrumite white, but they made him in the show. They made him like basically like an Omni-Man copy. They like added red to his cloak and made him like just look like Omni-Man's hero outfit.
Yeah, it definitely. I mean, it feels a little more harrowing in the comic than it did in the show. I feel like, just because you do see the marks get like pretty handled like pretty frequently. And then they say like,
there was a blonde boxing lady who was just throwing it down with them.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like at the end, they're like, oh, all the cities are destroyed. But it's like, I kind of needed to see the marks like not meeting a lot of resistance more, you know?
Because like, basically all we see is like, we see Cecil with like a butthole eye. Yeah. And, oh God, what's his name? Dalton? No.
Oh.
Darren? What's his fucking...
Donald.
We see Donald like the exterminator or Terminator like face rip off and all that. Yeah. And the Reaniman are just punching one of the Mark's heads clean off. Yeah. And I like that it's like very clearly being established that Cecil cannot control the Reaniman. He's like, Jesus Christ, you can stop already. And they just don't stop. They're still juicing that Mark. Love Donald in these couple episodes though. He's like, with this body, I can do more out there than I can do out here. And he's getting like ripped in half. He's getting pulled out of rubble and stuff. And
there's a great line where he's like, you'll just get yourself killed. And he's like,
that's what I do.
Yeah, that's what I do, sir.
That was sick. Yeah. Not the best line of these 2 episodes though. My entire goddamn skeleton, dickhead.
Oh, yeah, Rex. How'd you feel?
That's my favorite character.
Yeah, you didn't like him. Like a week ago, you were like, I'm kind of sick of Rex.
When did I ever say I never said I was sick of Rex. How dare you?
You're like, I'm getting kind of over Rex. I'm pretty sure he said that.
I would never say that.
Wow, but how do you feel?
I was also grumpy a week ago, so how dare you? Don't you dare hold those opinions against me. I was very grump. I'd been dealing with anesthesia. My back hurt.
Yeah.
I was terrible. I hated it.
I
hated it. It was so cool. It was so sick. I just saw it coming from a fucking mile away, though, unfortunately. Yeah. Second, he was like, oh, this is the best I've ever felt. I finally have something to live for, Ray. I was like, dead. So immediately dead. Second, he put a suit on. It was like, Ray, don't come with me. Dead. Yeah, the knowing that it was going to happen, I'm like, wow, this is the most 2 days from retirement ass speech he's giving Ray. Like, yeah. So like, tell Ray I'm sorry about not helping her move. Great. I didn't cry or anything. But like I was just like, damn.
Yeah, it's tough.
That sucked.
It sucks because him cooking for Ray was so sick. I really liked that bit. And so he blew up his skeleton.
Yep.
I wish there was more. They don't do it in the comic either. I wish he like had a struggle with the fact that he was fighting an Invincible. No one really there was no real psychological
Everybody
fight.
gets over it real quick.
And like during the fights, nobody's like, Mark, my Mark is good. I know you can be good. You know what I mean? Everyone's just like, all right, like, let's put them up.
The most interesting part is when Mark is fighting against another Invincible at the prison, and they start beating the shit out of him. Like the good Mark, right? Like everybody who pulls up, they start beating the shit out of him. And he's like, no, I know your names. I'm the good one. And it kind of gets like brushed over that like by the end of the fight that they're all cool with each other. They never show it be established that they're all cool. It's just like Mark's kind of beat up. Powerplex shows up. And then Powerplex's involvement in the war was kind of confusing because 1, where did he get his suit? 2, why was he let out? 3, like I get that he was like the prison broke, but like he got his suit and he was like fighting for the GDA. And like he was like really happy about killing the Marks.
He just wants to kill a Mark, I guess.
Yeah,
like,
and like he did that shit. But then like he's like, oh, by the way, I hate this Invincible still. I don't know. It was a very weird. It all happened very quickly. It was like trying to keep up with a million things at once.
It's all fast for sure. Yeah, I forget what I was gonna say, but I think the Powerplex episode was my favorite of maybe the entire
Season.
Definitely of the season.
Yeah.
Maybe of the show.
Yeah.
God, it was good.
It was great.
Just looked good. It was funny. The title sequences were so funny.
Oh yeah.
Where he's like,
they were edging it.
Yeah, they were edging it so hard. Where he's like, I can't believe would get away with this. Like, that shit's so funny. The stuff with Shapesmith. This was the first time Shapesmith has been funny. Where he's like, I want things too.
Yeah, and then like he was like, oh no, like the Mark being like, no, I don't want to be unalive or something like that. Yeah, I have like several different notes. I'm like, Shapesmith is dead. Shapes is still alive. Shapesmith is dead. He's still alive. They just keep tearing this dude. They just keep killing him.
Yeah.
He's impossible to kill.
But yeah, like that. The Powerplex episode was just so fucking good. And then this was also good, but I think it's like, in the comic, it's got some of the best panels in the entire comic.
Yeah.
So I don't think the show ever could have competed with it from like my perspective.
Yeah. The art in that looks absolutely crazy.
That's the thing is that like the Powerplex arc in the show is better than the one in the comic.
Yeah.
And the Invincible War part in the comic is better than the one in the show. So the Powerplex one's my favorite episode.
That makes sense. Big episode, Mark versus Conquest. Mark bagging Eve. You're looking at me like a deer in the headlights. You just house it. I'm so happy you have the marshmallows.
I've never had an experience where you're like drunk in a video game.
Uh-huh. Oh, you're gonna do some hiccuping? You're gonna do a little
It's just like really like this.
Uh-huh.
Like it's like
This is great. This is really good. It's gonna be so hard to keep my notes and the bingo card open simultaneously.
Okay, so it's Conquest.
Conquest.
He's so lonely.
He's real lonely. So that was fun fact about this episode, apparently, that I saw from TikTok is that entire Jeffrey Dean Morgan, who is the person playing it, decided to ad-lib the idea of Conquest being like this super lonely guy who doesn't even have a name because he is like only named after his purpose, right? And so he's like leaning over to Mark. He's like, you're going to take this to the grave. I have no goddamn friends. How do we feel about this episode? A lot of people are saying it's the best episode of the whole season.
I still think the Powerplex episode is the best one.
So episode 6 is the best episode.
Yeah.
So not the war, the episode before. Powerplex is better than this episode.
Yes.
Why?
I still think because they do it better in this show. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, think on it. Use that brain. Use that little brain of yours.
They do it better in the show than in the comic.
Gotcha.
And oh no, this is a bad podcast.
This is Danny's first time drinking whiskey.
Oh no.
You got it. You can find it.
And I think
I think you have to lean into it. I think you take another one. I think you gotta lean into it.
No.
Yeah.
I think the Conquest bit is also probably better in the show than the comic. Oh no, I ruined the podcast.
Danny's crying. Danny's literally teary-eyed, guys.
I ruined the podcast.
It's we're already 50 minutes in. They got enough out of us. It's just been a TikTok factory episect
It's probably better in the show than the comic, the Conquest episode.
Why?
Oh no.
Didn't expect the question on this ER podcast.
I like the speech.
Okay.
Where he's like, I'm so lonely. I only have a name. I don't have a purpose. No.
There we go. Find it. Reverse it.
Yeah. He's like, I'm just a purpose. I have no name. Yeah.
I would cry.
Yeah,
Some days I feel so lonely I would cry, but nobody in the universe would care.
I really like that. I don't like when he makes a little heart out of blood and then
That was odd. He like chops a little heart bubble and like pushes it towards Eve, and I was like, chill out, man.
No, he pushes it towards Mark.
Oh,
They're
does
like
he?
in space, and I'm like, this is silly.
It is. It was. Does that not happen in the comic?
No,
They ad-libbed that.
they added that, and but I think the Powerplex one's a little better because it blew me away more.
Okay.
Because it was so much better in the show than in the comic, and in the comic, the Powerplex thing like really didn't stand out to me. It was more just like, oh, I know the Invincible War arc's coming in the comic, and so.
He's so winded. You're sitting and talking.
And so,
Danny touches hair.
no! I'll take a little one. Bleep,
Yeah, please get more on our fucking sponsored table.
bleep.
I'll take.
Give me a napkin.
I'll take what? What napkin? What do you? Why are you pointing at me like I'm napkin boy? You just want your fucking mini marshmallows.
You gotta catch up, mate.
We've drank the same amount.
Yeah, but you're bigger.
Fair.
Here we go.
I already took mine.
I know.
We're good.
I'm talking about me.
You got it. There you go, Odysseus. Yeah, now you can do your fucking drunk. Now you can do your fucking drunk episode on the Odyssey. Just sitting there with a cup pretending to be drunk. What a coward.
I was drunk.
That was supposed to be my cold opening. You weren't drunk. You weren't drunk.
Not like this.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah.
But.
Those bangs.
But.
Continue.
Yeah, I like the speech. The speech is really good. And I like it because it started kind of like a parody where I was like, oh, this is silly. This is really funny. This is like a bit I would do where he's like beating the shit out of Mark. And then he's like, I'm so lonely.
Yeah.
But him being like, take it to your grave is really cool.
It was dope. He was like, I thought about like, oh, does he tell this to every person he like juices? He's like, this is the only way I can get it off my chest.
Yeah. I liked when he fucking blooped Oliver.
Dude, I literally thought we were about to see, like, I was like, I don't know if the show would go as dark as, like, ripping Oliver in half, but I was like, they might actually tear him in half. Like, you saw, like, when he spit out, like, 9 teeth, I was like, oh, this... Dude, it was more and more teeth. And I was like, oh, this motherfucker's, like, not only got to see an orthodontist, like, but, like, also may not have to worry about it because he might be dead. Conquest explaining to him, like, what's happening to his body was fucking visceral, dude.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
How'd you feel about, like, no one dying?
I mean, the people on the beach would like to disagree with that.
But I mean,
how'd you feel about Mark being used as a battering ram for a second fucking time in 3 seasons?
At least he didn't do this.
He kind of did. He didn't ball up, that's for sure.
Yeah, he's got to ball up, dude.
He just got to make himself little.
Make himself
or like
little.
like honestly, if he like laid flat, like if he was like feet first, like he was prone.
Yeah.
Smallest possible object.
I want Mark to get into another fight later down the line, and someone's about to do it to him, and he's like, "I've been down this road too many times," and he switches it on him,
Yeah,
and then he puts them through a bunch
and he's like,
of people.
how does this feel? Juicing people. Like I kind of like it. I was literally just about to do this.
Yeah. But I think it's a mistake having Rex die during the Invincible War rather than during this.
Why? Because outside of Eve, no one helps him with the battle against Conquest.
Well, like,
Yeah. There we go.
excuse me.
Yeah, I'm sure you feel better now.
But like, I think having no one die during Conquest is weird. And I had this issue during the comic too. This, like One Piece, has way too much death baiting.
Oh my god, dude. Eve, like, getting, like, literally her,
Hate
like,
it.
guts punched out and, like, her jaw rearranged.
Yeah.
And then, like Mark is, like, obviously he was gonna die, but like, having his, like, femur slapped out, it was like, kill Eve there.
Yeah,
Kill Eve there 100%.
It's not that I like want Eve to die.
Same.
She was
Right there with
great this season. Yep. But if you're gonna be like, oh, Conquest put his fist through her, he punched her jaw off.
Yeah.
And her pulse stopped, commit to the death. Either that or kill Oliver. Like,
Oliver died, either of those deaths, I would have been like,
Yeah.
I wouldn't have been like stoked. I like both those characters. I think they both have a lot to offer to the story, but like, yeah, like don't death bait them.
yeah, I hate death baiting, especially with Conquest, because he is the peak of this storyline. He's the season finale.
Yeah.
And so, like, having Rex die in the Invincible War arc and then no one died during Conquest.
Which is objectively supposed to be. I guess like they're both fucking awful for the world.
But like at the climax of like Mark having the worst fucking week of his life.
Yeah.
It's like, and I get that he thought Eve died. I hate Eve just coming back. Like, her powers already piss me off because it's like she just kind of can do anything. And it's like,
she can do anything if she's in a emotionally like strained enough situation, which was kind of like, I liked it. I thought my literal note was like, oh, cool, Eve's the Avatar. She literally just enters the Avatar state.
Yeah.
When she's battling against Conquest in the beginning, and like he's like trying to like swim through the air, and she's like, oh, I made the air denser. I was like, holy shit, finally, we're not doing glass panes. My God, it took fucking long enough. Her coming back and just like literally fucking like Cyclops lasering, like Conquest was dope. But she's like, oh, when I was born, I was given like, there's so little, and it's what you always talk about. Like, it was a universe built with like, oh, we have to keep in mind that like there's supposed to be 60 years of like comic fucking lore here, but like I was given powers in the womb, and because of that, they like put limiters on it, and like it was like, oh, here's the exposition, but also have fun understanding what the exposition is about. Like, I don't know why Eve was given powers. I don't know why limiters were placed on her. I don't know why those are only broken in circumstances. Like, how do people get superpowers in the Invincible universe?
I don't know. I guess Mark's an alien.
Yep.
And
but Eve can rearrange matter and fucking fight against Viltrumites for like what? Like, I understand why Tech Jacket has his abilities. Fucking
he's got the tech jacket.
It's in the fucking name.
Yeah. Rex explode.
But like, yeah, like why does Rex have the ability?
He was like a science experiment.
Okay. But was he? No, because he was bought. He was like bought by he was like Rex Sloan.
I guess so, yeah.
And then they were like, he was
then
bought.
the government was like, you're Splode
you're
now.
Splode now, bitch. That was some sky high shit. They're like, we're naming you.
Well, I guess we'll get to Rex's funeral in a bit.
Yeah.
But anyway, because I got a joke.
Fucking Rudy.
He's
Rudy. I'm not calling him Rex.
He should be Rudy Splode. If he's gonna be.
That would be honestly, if that's what he took, I would have been fine with it. Him taking his first name pisses me off.
Yeah. Should we get into it now then? Because we're talking about it.
I mean, I think we got to give like a light props to Mark before we get in. Like him like getting both of his arms broken and then just deciding to like. I always hate in media when they're like, oh, that's so funny watching you. You know what? Hey, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna say that you can touch your hair with this.
What are you doing? You're moving the table.
With this lightsaber. If you need to rearrange your hair, use that lightsaber, okay?
Right.
Yep. So if you need
my self-image is very important to me.
If you need to get your bangs, out of your face, there you go. Your hair is very long right now. You have the fastest growing hair out of anybody on this planet. I think you might actually have.
This looks way worse than it ever has.
I don't know what you want from me here. In the bingo card, it says Danny touches his hair.
Can you fix it for me?
I could. That would be boys have a cute moment though.
Damn it!
So like I don't like it's up to you. This isn't a cute moment, and it's also not a tense moment.
No, there's nothing cute about this. This is men doing men shit.
I was trying to see if that was on the bingo card.
What could that have been?
I don't know, man. Boys have a Michael Bay. I don't know.
What do we got? We got a topic you know nothing about. Nick roasts Danny. Nick shows off figurine. Quick tangent. Doubling down. Nick's exorbitant spending. You did this.
What?
You did all this already.
I mean, I've done all this in the history of the podcast.
No, I mean, you said this.
Read the bingo card. Yes.
Danny being late. I was on time.
You were.
Okay.
You haven't been late in a while. You've been fucking real punctual recently.
I'm on time.
Yeah. So, I was going to say, we got to give hats off to Mark for finishing off Conquest. I hate that we've now had two people whose heads have been completely fucking flattened and just survived.
And survive, yeah.
What are we doing?
Even with Conquest, there's too much death baiting.
Yeah.
Like, and what they do with Conquest later is sick, but like, yeah, it's, even when I read the comic like a decade ago, I was like, what happened? What are you doing? You prepping?
Just trying to
catching up?
Trying to keep up with you, buddy.
Cool. I need it. Even when I read the comic like 10 years ago, I was like, this is too much. There's too many conveniences and too much like Eve is like borderline immortal, which is annoying.
Anytime she gets like killed, basically she can be like, oh, just like rearrange her entire body.
Yeah.
But like if you think about like her ability, like it is kind of fucking crazy.
Yeah. I mean, she's been sick this season. I liked her fighting Conquest, and like, I buy that she is a match for Conquest because her powers are so abstract. Like, she's like, I'll just fucking take away the air. Like, she just puts a bubble around his head.
Yeah.
I liked him clapping the barrier away. I like, Conquest is so sick.
He's dope.
He's really
I
cool.
think also there was a lot of controversy in episode 7 about Jeffrey Dean Morgan's like delivery of the lines that he needed to do his conquest. I think he did a really good job in episode 8.
It's because the Invincible fandom sucks.
Yeah.
They just want to hate. For some reason, 3 seasons in, all of a sudden the fandom's like, oh, now we hate it.
No, for 3 seasons now the Invincible is entrenched, and either there is nothing the show could do wrong, or this is the worst thing ever made, but I'm watching every single episode.
Yeah.
Like it is so, there is no middle margin fans in the Invincible fandom, and it is so goddamn confusing.
Yeah. What else was good in it? I mean, it's just a big fight. It's a good fight.
It's a great
Do you
fight.
think it's better than Omni-Man's fight?
Omni-Man versus Mark?
Yeah.
I think Omni-Man versus Mark has more emotional payoff, right?
Yeah.
There's like, what will you have in 500 years? I'll have you.
Should we talk about the IGN review? Did you see that?
It was like 5, right?
It's a 4. It's a 4 out of 10.
How? Should we read it? We should read it.
Yeah.
Let's absolutely read it.
Read the like verdict of it. Oh, and my toes are gone.
Oh, okay, good. I don't know what to do with that. Is it the whole? Okay. So, Invincible season 3 8 review. I thought you'd never shut up. An emotionally loaded season ends on Invincible's first outright bad episode.
Insane.
All right. After What Have I Done ended on a high promising action hand in hand with vital advancement for the characters. The season 3 finale, I Thought You'd Never Shut Up, drops the ball. Narratively scattered and thematically incoherent, it's the first bad episode Invincible has ever had. One that draws on familiar sights and stories from the show and other superhero media, but presents them with little to nothing beneath the surface. The arrival of the elderly, one-armed Viltrumite warrior conquest at the time when Mark is caught once again between killing or not sets the stage for a moral dilemma that never arrives. Not true.
Not true.
Simply not true.
He also in the review talks about how he's like, oh, it's a villain we've never met before, so I don't give a shit. It's
the Viltrumites as a concept.
It's the Viltrumites as a concept.
Also, that Viltrumites get older as they age, and he's the oldest one we've seen.
Yeah. They get older as they age.
Oh, they age. Wait, they get stronger as they age. Yes.
It's the Viltrumites as a concept, and then also it's
You got it.
You gotta take the season in as a whole.
Yeah.
Because like with manga, comics don't have like seasons.
Mm-hmm.
So the bit is that everything's piling on top of Mark,
Yeah.
like one after another. Like the fact that Powerplex happens right before the Invincible War, right before Conquest, matters.
Yeah,
and
100%.
so like the season finale is Powerplex, the Invincible War, Conquest.
Yeah.
It's not just Conquest.
It's not like some like season 8 cap on a season that meant nothing. It's like, oh, you were close. I literally have the bingo card open because I was like, I gotta see if Danny's tripping up at any point here.
I'll literally die. I think one more shot kills me.
I simply don't believe that you are still talking and coherent, and it is also 3 p.m.
So?
There's hair on your face.
What are you talking about? No.
There's hair on your face.
Here, hold on. I'm gonna wipe my nose.
Okay. As in, like, in the bathroom. You got it? You got it? Find it. Uh-oh, you just had I just stood up. You're looking trim, babe. Thanks. You're looking real trim. This is a cute moment. We should both take a shot.
No.
Yeah. Danny, you guys didn't see it off camera. Danny just shimmied down his pants so you could see his fucking cum gutters. So you could see his fucking Adam Driver build.
That's me, baby.
Yeah, you look like you're about to yell at Scarlett Johansson about being a bad wife.
Every day I wish you were dead.
Listen, if I was married to Scarlett Johansson, she could do whatever the fuck she wanted to me.
You want a Molo?
Fucking hit me with a Malo, chief.
Zoop.
No, fucking throw a Malo into my mouth. I'm sure you've seen 3 of them.
Everyone ready for the next 40 minutes while I...
That was was that with your left hand?
Yeah.
Oh, you're left.
I'm
I
left-handed.
forget that you're just oh, my mouth!
That was a perfect throw!
Fucking! Oh, fuck. Fuck. All right, one more.
No. I'm gonna keep going.
Just throw it slower.
I can't throw slow.
Yeah! Yeah!
Let's
I took
go!
7 goddamn marshmallows. Neutron, clean up. Hey, Neutron, clean up.
Hey,
Neutron, clean up. Neutron, clean up. Okay.
hey, Nubu?
He's not cleaning up. But the conclusion is presented as those agonized over 40 minutes. Instead, we're treated to a finale centered entirely around Conquest, who's better suited to playing a traditional bad guy or transitional bad guy. rather than the final boss of such an emotionally loaded season. Not only have we never seen Conquest prior to last week's closing moments, he's also devoid of any real ideology, claiming to love only death and destruction, making him useful foil to Mark. But as the exclamation point, as just like literally way into what he literally like his entire like speech where he was like, oh, I'm used by the Viltrumites as the loneliest Viltrumite on Earth because I'm good at what I do.
Way to miss the entire fucking point of not only the season, the character, but also like the episode.
This is a long ass review. Oh my god, dude. Yeah. So they've been getting dragged all season, or like for the last couple of days here. But IGN never really has good reviews. I feel like IGN used like all news outlets used to be a place you could trust.
Yeah.
Now it's just like, oh, cool. Look at what IGN did wrong. What's going on over there? You're just choking back vomit? Is that what's going on?
I'm trying to throw up.
That's good. That's good. Worst case scenario, use your really gross looking Robex smoothie at this point.
Yup.
Yep. Okay, cool. Outside of that, shout out to Mark for bagging Eve,
Well, he's been bagging her. They've been dating.
We got a little bit of more upper cleave, and that was chill.
They smooched.
That was good for the crowd.
And he was like, we should bang. And she was like, and she took off his clothes.
She just ripped his clothes off. He might with no consent. He was like, I'm never gonna get used to that.
He's like, I paid $150 for that outfit. Where did it go?
Dude, are they paying the fucking costume maker?
They must.
Like,
I don't know. He seems like a guy who's like,
who just
it's on the house.
Yeah,
and it's like, who's paying you?
Yeah.
But I guess he does everyone's costume.
He's got his upstairs tailor store as well.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Anyways, talk about solo leveling.
Wait, Rudy's funeral.
Oh,
you
my
got
God.
hot opinions.
You mean fucking Rex's funeral?
Rex's funeral.
Don't you fucking mix those two up.
Yeah, it'd be funny if he was like, I'm now taking Rex's name, and therefore we should all refer to Rex as Rudy.
I hate that Rudy made me into like a Republican mother whose like daughter is transitioning. Right. Because I was like, Rudy was sitting there and he was like, I've looked up to Rex my entire life. Mind you, eulogizing fucking Rex with a robot like Bluetooth wise. Like, I don't think I could stand to be up there. I don't know if I could get through the speech.
As I steal his name.
As I steal his fucking idea. You already first off stole his genetics. Like Rudy is Rex's clone without asking Rex.
Yeah.
And now he's like, oh, now that he's gone, by the way, I'm gonna name myself Rex.
Yeah.
And I was like, no, you're not.
Yeah.
I was like, you can be whoever you want. You're a fucking, you are an overgrown fetus in a jar. You could have been a million goddamn, you're a fucking super genius. You could have been a million things. You just choose to be Rex Explode.
It's so weird that he took Rex's DNA specifically. Yeah. And I love that he's like, I took his face. I took his name. I'm taking his girl. Ray, you and me.
Dude, that's my fucking thing is like, it's so weird how fast Monster Girl is like, I love you, Rex.
Yeah, like, at his funeral, the man who thought it was weird he took his face. Rex thought it was weird that Rudy became Rex's face.
I mean, objectively, it fucking was.
It's so weird.
And then he was like, oh, by the way, I'm just going to seal the deal here and be fucking Rexplode.
That's psychotic behavior.
Yeah.
I've seen everyone online. It's funny because everyone who talks about it is like, it's weird no one's talking about how weird it is.
Yeah.
Everyone's talking about how weird it is, which is sick. It's funny that Robert Kirkman's the only one who's like, no, this makes sense.
I thought this was a touching homage to Rexplode's character. Fucking no, it's not.
I love how he's like, the best way to remember Rex is to steal his name. No, it's not. That's how you get everyone to forget that there was an original Rexplode by taking his face and name.
Because now you are Rex Robot, which is like also almost as good as name as Rexplode, if we're being real.
I do wish he was like, would you take a drink just to be silly?
Just because I see you fucking, you're talking about your legs now. I'm like sober.
Oh. Do you want some of this?
No.
Have a nice one. Have the nice one. This is nice.
Touch your hair or we have a cute moment.
All right. But like, I'd love if Rex was like, or if Rudy was like, and in honor of Rex, I will be taking his last name, Splode. And one of them's like, actually it was Sloan. And he's like, I just got back from the DMV. My name is legally Rudy Splode. What the fuck are you telling me?
Do you know how hard it was to convince them to have the robot take the photo for my ID? Oh, no, I have to do it again.
It's a robot. It says Rudy Splode.
That's me, baby. I would have been so much... Listen, if he was like, I'm going to take Splode as the last name, I would have been down with that. Taking Rex's actual first name is fucking weird as shit.
I love the idea that is... Having the name Splode and not the first name Rex is such a hilarious move. My name is David Splode.
As somebody who doesn't like their last name, Nick Splode goes kind of crazy.
Nick Splode does weirdly work really well.
I could get behind Nick Splode.
Yeah.
I was like in my 18 to 20. What?
I thought I lost a marshmallow.
You didn't. They're all up in your mouth. I was thinking about legitimately from 18 to 21. I was like, oh, I should be like Nick Snow. I'm gonna be an HBO bastard.
You're gonna be Nick Snow.
Nick Snow, because like I'm not a Connor, and I don't want to be a Hebert, and my mom's fucking maiden name is Cox, and so I don't want to be fucking COX.
You're such a fucking stripper.
Yeah, exactly. That's me.
No,
Nick Cox. But everyone wants me to be fucking Nick Hammer, and I'm like, I don't know, that's fine. I just don't want to be like affiliated with Army Hammer.
You don't like that you're Nick Connor?
No.
Be Nick Motta.
I'll take Nick Motta.
Take it.
I'll take Nick Motta.
Yeah.
They're like Dick Motta, and then I don't know. It's like, oh, you want more? Like I don't know, man. Like Nick Motta.
It sounds like what you want to change is
Are you
Nick.
asking me to get married to you?
Yeah, if you want.
That sounds like a cute moment.
No.
Yeah. Ding 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 ding.
I'm taking a little one again.
Okay, I'll do a quarter one with you. I'll do a little, oh boy. All right, you outported me there, friendo. Yo, shout out to Ireland.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'm sure they loved that.
They did.
Solange. You know what that means?
Bloop.
You know what that means?
What?
It means cheers in fucking Irish.
I don't want to take this.
You're gonna take it. You're gonna.
Well, I saw an ad the other day for a.
Take the shot first before we do this quick tangent.
No.
Yeah.
You're good.
Take the shot, and then do that quick tangent you want to talk about. Yeah, there it is.
I saw an ad the other day.
Would you say this is a quick tangent?
No. I saw an ad the other day.
Feels like a tangent to me.
It was for a baby bottle sippy cup. Okay. It had 2 nozzles, so you don't throw up when taking medicine. The first one puts it in the back of your throat, but the first one has juice in it. The second one has juice in it. Yep. So that's just what you taste. You don't taste the medicine, so it's all fine. You just taste juice.
That was a quick tangent. Which is unfortunately also on our bingo card here.
I'm so hot.
Well, actually, it says quick in exclamation points, or quick in quotation marks.
We should read some of this.
Chat, was that a quick tangent?
Just feeding the fic writers by telling Danny you're going to take it. God, Danny's singing really should have been a square. What the fuck just happened? Nick Furry. The fusion name could have been Dick Kaka.
Dick Kaka's a good one. It would be like more like Dick Kata, but yeah, no, I understand where they're coming from. Because it would be like, there's no, like Dick Kaka would be like, there's another C, but it would be Dick Kata. Was that a quick tangent?
No.
Chat, was that a quick tangent? Tell us in the chat right now. All 95 of you watching right now. 95 people are watching you right now, Danny. 95 people are watching right now. Is that a quick tangent?
95, huh? You don't say. You don't say. 95.
Was that a quick tangent?
Including my mother.
It seems as though we're getting a lot of yeses. Whether or not I say no for Danny's health. Oh yeah, looking like a lot of it was quick. Things that hurt Nick has heard after sex.
Look at that. That's fucking nuts.
What, your ribs?
I never had that.
You've never seen your ribs before? I highly doubt that. You weighed 124 pounds before we started this.
I'm just so big now.
You're
Should we fight now?
You're bigger.
Let's get this out of the way.
You're going to be putting on ideally 15 more pounds. You weigh 137 right now. Your goal weight is 155.
Yeah.
That's 18 pounds of ideally muscle.
What are we going to get for lunch today?
Burritos.
A burritos?
We do burritos.
A burrito.
We do.
Yeah.
We do. Motta Mom mentioned double spot. What do you mean?
Shut up.
We didn't say anything about Karen.
Shut up.
We didn't say anything about
Panda,
Karen.
I said it.
What do you mean?
I said my mom's watching.
Oh.
I'll do a halfie.
All right. Well, I mean, it is you who said it, so I technically.
I'll take it.
I technically.
But you're sober.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Take a full shot. Coward.
No.
Coward. Coward.
I want it to be like a study in like, oh, how much alcohol it takes for Nick to get drunk versus Danny.
Nick also lies about being drunk when he's drunk.
What do you mean?
You lie. Dorothy said it. Oh no, I mentioned Dorothy.
Dorothy's she's not a square.
Yeah.
She's not a square.
Yeah.
There's no square. There's no square for Dorothy.
Yeah, there is.
No, there isn't.
Yeah, there is.
Doubling down. Ad wasn't supposed to be an ad.
Bottom second to the left.
Nick doesn't know shit about anime. Nick is being a shonen. Oh, Danny doesn't know shit about anime. Nick being a shonen bro.
Bottom second to the left.
What are we talking about? Shows off figurine. The boys have a tense moment. What are you?
The bottom second to the left.
I don't have fucking Dorothy. I have no Dorothy. There's nothing. My bottom row is Danny doesn't know.
Why do we have different ones?
I don't fucking know. I have no idea. Neutron or Dorothy mentioned. Holy shit, one time in college. Oh, this is way more accurate. Michael Bay, how dare you? Quick tangent. Oh, this is awesome. You know what? No. Just take yours. Take your one. You're good. I believe in you. There you go. Are we done with Invincible? Can we talk about soul leveling?
Sure, we should be done with Invincible. Final thoughts. Best episode of the season.
Fucking 4 out of 10, baby. If it means the entire internet will talk about me, 4 out of 10. Invincible's last episode, mid. Conquest, stupid. Old people shouldn't vote. Mark, I would prefer he's with Rexplode's corpse. Eve should be dead. Oliver, let's kill more children. 4 out of 10. No, in actuality, it's the best episode they probably ever dropped.
I agree.
Outside of Omni-Man versus Mark.
You think this is the best episode of the season? You had a good time?
Yes. It's the best episode of the season.
I like the bit where he gets up and it's in 1,000 frames per second.
I like the bit where he just like headbutts Conquest to death, but for some reason, even though his head is inducing the same amount of trauma towards Conquest, it doesn't undergo the same amount of like injury.
I have a question.
Yep.
Maybe
I have a question.
I know. Maybe Stank said this already. Maybe you said it already. Why do you think people hate Superman for destroying Metropolis and Man of Steel, but they don't hate Mark for constantly destroying these cities?
In terms of fans, hate Superman for destroying Metropolis.
You know how people are like, Man of Steel sucks because Superman kills like millions of people in his fight against Zod?
I mean, that's like the entire basis of Batman versus Superman. Like, it's supposed to be like, this is the least perfect version of Superman we've ever seen.
But fans hate it. Never mind. Maybe you're not in the discourse.
I am not. I know people are upset that he kills Zod. People are like, oh, Superman has a million ways to get away, get around killing, so we would never need to kill Zod.
When Man of Steel came out, people were so mad at Superman. People were like, this movie sucks. Zack Snyder sucks because Superman kills so many people, destroys so much shit, throws Zod into so much shit. And no one's saying that about Mark in his fight against Omni-Man, in his fight against Conquest.
I guess, but like, is Mark not less like, so fervent on the no-kill rule? Like,
I guess
he has this entire conversation.
This whole season's about how he's like, we don't kill.
Yeah, but he has this entire conversation with Oliver where he was like, you know what, sometimes we gotta fucking lay these bad guys down, right? And so...
wait, what? When did that happen?
At the end of the episode. At the end of episode 8, he's like talking to Oliver and he's like, you might have been right. Sometimes we have to put these motherfuckers down.
Gotcha.
And so I think, honestly, I don't know. I think people also, people just kind of want to hate on Superman on account of the fact of how long he's been around. I'm sorry, I'm ordering us burritos right